Open tabs, margin notes, highlighter, bleed through quotes. Research mind, steady eye, patterns only she can note. I-90 fog, whispering under wheels, skyline, afterglow. 2 states, packed rooms, quiet minds that know. No sign needed out front. They circle to her voice. Questions rise before she starts. Curiosity by choice. She pivots mid-lecture, checks who's leaning in close. Say the part you skip out loud, that's where the learning goes. Heads home with the speakers up, Biggie in the background. Mind still mapping theories while the city slows down. She teaches the why behind the crime, the hurt behind the face. Philly in her backbone, psychology in her grace. Don't let the hype fool you, she stands 10 stories tall. She don't just teach the lesson, she teaches you through it all. Late nights with case files open, notes in the margin glow. She's showing you your story's roots, so you can choose where to go. Biggie quotes inside the slides, right next to coping skills. Spread love between the lines of how a nervous system feels. Long days, quiet grit, humor in the punchlines. You are more than this moment, written 10 times. Old assessments in a folder, ink dust on the sleeve. She can map anxious attachment before you know you grieve. 1 foot in Jersey lecture halls, 1 on the Philly street. Home is where she learned to fight, classes where we don't repeat. Grown kids texting check-ins, pride she doesn't post. She teaches minds all day, then goes in mother's most. Case files, true crime, mind behind the scenes. She doesn't tell you what they did, she shows you what it means. Your story is not your diagnosis. You are allowed to rewrite it.
Hi everyone, happy Friday you guys. Come on in, welcome. How's everybody doing? I have a graduation party coming up, and yeah, that's just the whole thing in itself. But anyway, how's everybody? Hopefully you guys are good. Come on in. Who's here? Oh, Glenn, how are you? Cuff U's here. Tony, Lisa. Come on in, you guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, you guys. We made it through the week, right? Good. Come on in. Thank you for being here. So, usually I go live much later. The thing is, I keep meaning to, not meaning to, I keep planning to, I should say, go live. And then something comes up and it just ruins it. So, I'm like, while I have a little bit of time, let me go live, and then if I could go live again later, I do it, and if not, then I don't feel so, I don't know what the word is, like I didn't follow through with something I had for myself. I never said I was doing it, it's just in my own head, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, so that's why I'm live now. Also, I saw, oh my god,
Open tabs,
sorry. I saw Mackenzie's dad's interview. Have you guys seen it? I got you guys. It's Now I will say this. Let me just preface by saying that I actually think he does better on his own than he does with the mom there, and that's just my opinion. So that's how I feel about that. But it's called True Crime This Week. That's what it's called. That's where he does an interview. And oh my god. So my plan tonight is, let's go over, and a lot of these I'm going to be blind listening to. Now some of them I think we've heard at some point, but these are all newer jail calls. If there's any that you guys are oh, you have to hear this one, then please put a link in Discord and I'd be happy to do so. Yes, Mackenzie. Just wait, Glenn. You have no idea. Oh my god. It's a gorgeous day here too, Lise. Finally, right? I feel like the last couple lives it's been nothing but rain. I couldn't get that out. I don't know what that was so hard about. So, okay, so let me see. Let me go to the one that I want to do. But Plunder has put out so many, a lot of people have. Who else have I seen? Long Crime. Who else? Oh, even Brian Etten did an interview with oh my god, I know her name. The woman that did time in jail with Mackenzie. It's on the Cat, right? Cat. I was like, you have a really good memory, just tap into that. But anyway, so I've been looking, and of course Dom's sister, I've been watching her stuff too. But as far as it goes with the phone call from prison, I feel like always they always just knock it out of the park. So today we are going to listen and blind listen, because it looks like I have not seen this one. It is called If They Don't Believe You, Fuck 'Em. That's what this is called. If They Don't Believe You, Fuck 'Em. I'm going to like it. Oh, how about I share it with you guys first? You guys, what? So we're going to listen to some calls. Then we're going to switch over, and I'm going to show you guys this interview that the dad did. Did you guys see it? If you saw the interview with the dad, put ones in the chat. If you did not see it, put twos. So the interview with the dad, where he's wearing an orange shirt. So he's wearing an orange t-shirt. Oh my god. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so let me share this with you first. Let's go over this. Oh wait, first I have
Some people are very into like people that are in jail, especially people that they think are cute, so just be careful.
I'm cute as fuck, and I'm not looking for any relationship.
No, that's what I mean.
Unless it's dumb, so.
Right.
Did she just say I'm not looking for any relationships unless it's Dom? She just said that. What? Oh, Glenn. Have a seat, Glenn, because I have a feeling this is going to be a little... She just... What? I don't get it. Hey, Truth.
You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hey.
Okay, I'm just going to keep talking to you as much as I can, because they want to start a space game without me, so I'm like, damn, that's how it is. So,
Aww.
yeah. So Kevin replies.
Yay.
Hey, thanks for replying. Like I said, I wasn't sure how often you are allowed to write on here, but I've been following your story and thought you could use a friend to talk to. I'm somewhat isolated myself. I'm on the other side of the world in Kuwait, Kuwait, at the moment, with the Army. I'm from Ohio, though, and lived there my whole life. I was reading the news and came across your story. You know you must be going through it right now. Do you have a lot of people reaching out and messaging you, or at least family supporting you? Or if you don't want to talk about that, we don't need to talk about anything. I'll send you another stamp. And then I said, because I can't, I said, I can always use someone to talk to. I need all the support I can get. This is a really difficult experience and sad. I'm praying the truth comes out. Where in Ohio are you from? I never heard of it. Is it warm? It sounds so nice there. I don't even know what to say to him.
Right.
But
That's okay.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. He's in the art. What the third? Well, we don't know. He could be saying anything.
I don't know who it is, but you have to look up who. You need to figure out who that is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. What's his name? Kevin. I mean, who even knows if that's his name?
But you can just put any name when you sign up for this.
Wait, Kevin lives in Ohio?
Probably. He said he lives in Ohio his whole life. I don't know. I wanted to ask how old he was, but like if he says old as fuck, it will throw me off. So I'm just not gonna ask until he tells me.
No, he looks young-ish.
Like 30?
Maybe. I wouldn't say any older than that.
What?
You guys, that's so interesting to me. So let me tell you why real quick. So I found out, did you guys know this? Why didn't I know this? But her dad is like 68 and the mom's like 44 or something. Did you guys know that? There's like a 14-year age difference with the mom and dad. Who knew?
It's him. He says he's in the army and shit.
No.
I'm saying though, it says nothing.
No, and here's another Kevin. He's like a Boy Scout or something. That's not him.
Oh my god, did you hear her? She's mamming.
I did, I heard it. It sounds like a animal from the zoo. Meow. It does. Oh, you got another message.
On my phone?
Yeah, who knows? Jeremy.
I don't know him.
Yeah, you're not friends. He's just a stranger who reached out to you.
On Instagram or what?
Aww.
On Facebook or what?
I hope the judge does not think one bad night should ruin your life, too. I have a 17-year-old daughter, and I'm sympathetic.
What did they say?
He has a 17-year-old daughter, and he's sympathetic. If I can help in any way, I would. I hope the best for you. I'm not even sure if you get this, but I just wrote it just by chance.
Oh.
I saw you on TV, and I see how remorseful you are.
What paper? Oh. I'm dead. That's what I was saying. What, they're messaging me on Messenger?
Facebook.
Oh. I'll never use that. The random people are just saying they see me on TV?
Yeah, that's so nice. Well,
That's like stressful.
You know, I love that. So, Kenzie, after this phone call, I don't have any more lunchtime.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Until after 4:45. What?
I didn't know that.
That's okay. I save all day time for you. So I'm off in an hour, though. Okay?
I'm about to just call Phil, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to take up the rest of my break time right now. And then I don't have any more break time. But I'm off in an hour, so it's okay.
You should tell me that. I didn't know that.
Why?
Because I didn't know.
What's the big deal?
Because I didn't know. I could have been like calling other people. I don't want to like waste your time.
Kenzie, but you're not wasting my time. I saved my whole break time for you. That's why I do it. I have my soup right here at my desk. I eat between calls. Okay?
Yeah.
I promise. I'm eating. You know what? I'm eating, and I'm taking care of myself for you. So you need to do the same for me. We're going to take care of ourselves for each other, right?
Shut the fuck up. She's so annoying.
Dude, it sounds like this, dude. I cannot take it. What is that exhibit when you're in the zoo and you hear those random noises? It's the birds? What is it?
I don't know. She's irritating.
You guys, try to help me figure out when this is, because I think what I heard from creators that have done the FOIAs, and again, good for them. Thank you again to phone calls from prison. Can someone tell me? So I'm trying to like deduce when I think this is from, and I'm thinking this is probably in the beginning of her stay, because one, the woman in the background that says ma'am, I know that was in the beginning. And two, she's still figuring out her mom, like taking her break and stuff, and the mom's still figuring it out. I actually heard the mom when it went by, I think it was one of the things that were showing a preview, and oh my gosh, you guys, the mom is like, hold on, Kenzie, and she answers phone and she's like, I'm sorry. She's like, we're having technical difficulties here. Excuse me, or something like, like I'll get right back to you or whatever. Thank you for your patience. And then puts the woman on hold. I'm like, oh my God, but she does it to talk to Mackenzie, not to, I'm like, I hope her work doesn't hear that. But let's keep on hearing it.
Oh my God.
Yes, Glenn.
That's funny.
Okay, I have Phil's number. I'm about to call him.
Good.
My little pen, my nibbled pen.
Yes. It's on its last little leg, huh?
Oh, no, I have another one now. I got another pen.
Okay, good. Are you able to write?
I've been writing on the back of a coloring page.
Okay. Trump has 91 charges.
What the fuck?
91.
Faith is texting me right now. She said, we can talk all about me on the phone. I love you.
Oh, good. Oh my God, Trump has 10 days to surrender to Georgia authorities.
What does that mean?
He has to come in. He's being arrested.
What the
in
fuck?
10 days. Yeah. Woo! What were you going to say? You got a message from who?
Aunt Tiffany, and she set up a video call for Friday.
Yay!
I said, yeah, I can't wait to talk. I'm kind of scared talking to Kevin, though. It's throwing me off. It's giving, like, one of those people that Grace would talk. Like, I don't know, like...
Some people are very into, like, people that are in jail, especially people that they think are cute, so just be careful.
I'm cute as fuck.
It's called hybristophilia. I did a video on it a long time ago, but look it up.
I'm not looking for any relationship.
No,
right,
that's what I mean.
It's dumb, so...
Right. I could just be on the surface, Kenzie, with him. That's all. Talk about nothing. He's a space filler. Oh, my God.
Yes, you have to tell Dad about this. This is weird as fuck. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. so fucking irritated as fuck.
Oh my god, that's funny.
What you doing right now? Just off.
I feel like I got hit by a truck.
Why?
So, well, because of yesterday and everything, I just feel like I got hit by a truck. I'm like emotionally. I feel like my eyes weigh 1,000 pounds. I'm just trying to eat my soup. I got a lot on my mind.
Me too.
So,
I just think getting whipped of like the most disgusting smells ever.
yeah, sorry.
They should be moving me off the floor too, though.
I'm gonna call Marysville and just ask them what it's like here for a new inmate. I'm gonna call him. You call him tonight.
What? You scared me. I was loud like, man.
What?
They was like, you look lopsided. Because I'm like leaned over. I'm drawing right now. Yeah, but let me know what the Marysville says. I don't know. Damn, they're probably going to just try to fuck me with time.
Yeah, honey, they 100% are. Based on that, but look, we're not just going to talk about anything, but just prepare for something insane, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this shit is so sad.
Yeah, and that guy, he didn't like seek out to kill that firefighter on the road. That's crazy.
Yes, that's just like so weird that they just like I don't know what the fuck going. See, something needs to change. Like this is wrong with everyone.
Right. And then maybe when you're in there, you can start doing something to make that change. You know, I think Auntie Tiffany's going to go to law school because
really?
of this. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I do.
I'm dead as fuck. Me too.
Okay, so first, Glenn, you're stuck. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I can't get you out right now because I'm kind of like in the hole with you. So we got to just like ride this one out. Second, her mom. What the actual F, you guys? So, you guys, so there's something, and I've talked about this before on the channel, but it's called permissive parenting style. And there's 4 parenting styles. There's uninvolved, which is exactly what it says, right? Uninvolved. Remember, I always say it's like communication and rules and regulations. They're the 2 like things that we look for. So with uninvolved, we have no rules and regulations, but we also have no communication. And then we have like on the other extreme, we have authoritarian parenting, where there's all rules and regulations, but no communication. There's then the authoritative parenting, where there's rules and regulations and communication. That's the best type of parenting. If you ever want to be a good parent, be an authoritative parent. So you have rules and regulations. Your kids know that like the rules need, there's a reason for the rules, so on and so forth. You have boundaries, but you have open communication. So if they ever have questions about the boundaries, you could sit with them and tell them, well, look, the reason I want you in by this time is because, the only people on the road after midnight are those that are at the bar. That's what I was told growing up, right? So, but my parents gave me, like, I didn't feel like, they weren't like, because I said so, and if you ask again, you don't get anything type thing. So, make sure you have both. For the parents here, we call it permissive parenting. And in this parenting style, we have no rules and regulations and all communication. So this seems more like a friendship than it does a parent-child relationship. There are many, in my opinion, pieces of evidence to show this. Everything from her moving in with Dom before she's 18 and before she graduates high school to her smoking in the house. The dad, if you had any doubt in your mind that the dad didn't know that she smoked in the house, or that her and Dom had extra money because of illicit activities, is what but he says it differently. You're going to hear that today, but we're going to stick up for Dom because I feel like he's just trying to shift the blame here. And let's be honest, I read Mackenzie's messages and she like wants to be, what do they call it? Rosie even says, you're the number one. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me. But they call it something. Oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. It'll come back to me. Anyway, but she's like proud of it. So she wants to like, but her dad is like, yeah, I knew where the money was coming from. Like, what? So if you knew that, why didn't like you either say something to her, him, his mom, something? I don't know. But why don't you, like, his thing is, what was he going to say? Like, he can't, he doesn't have an effect on what other people do. And I'm like, isn't that the problem, right? As a dad, you should have more an effect on your daughter. And, the fact that he says that he knew this, he knew that, I mean, I don't know that that really did him any justice during this interview. And I think the mom, Natalie, is usually there to like jump in, but she wasn't. So he does this interview all by himself. So as soon as we're done, there's a few more minutes in this, we're going to head over and watch that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, that's gotta be hard.
They need to message me. I need messages. I like my messages.
Well, you gotta find something else to do to pass the time, okay? So when those come in, it's super fun, but don't like rely on those. You gotta do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
find something to do.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, everyone is probably at the juvenile facility like, oh my God, Kenzie this. Like, they're probably like, damn. I wonder if like everyone's just like, damn, I didn't know she's like, because I'm guilty, they think I actually did it. But like, I feel like people like that just doesn't mean.
I'm sure they know. They know. And if they don't, fuck them. Who gives a fuck? The people that are that easily swayed by.
Oh, what time? Hold on. What time are your video calls at? 7 and 8? Are those yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell Faith hers is at 8:35, and it's on the terminal that doesn't work, and I'm trying to get it changed.
Why, you can't mess?
This is like the second or third time the mom talks about something serious, and Mackenzie just like completely runs her right over. She literally, the mom was like, and Mackenzie, if they don't understand, and Mackenzie's like, well, wait, mom, da-da-da-da-da, about something totally different. I can't stop it. Oh my gosh. And this mom, I mean, you guys, listen, this is permissive parenting, right? There's all communication, no rules and regulation. When Mackenzie tells her mom, this is what I want, this is what's going to happen, her mom, instead of saying, like, have a seat, little kid, you know what I mean? Like, have a seat, my teenage daughter. If you want me to put $1 more on your commissary, you should probably not speak to me that way. How about we start with that, right? So not only do we not get that, but the mom goes a step further and apologizes to her for everything and tells her that everyone on the outside believes that she's innocent. Wait till you hear how much the mom enables her.
Sure.
No, I can't, but she's in therapy. So,
oh, well, you message her.
I'm not messaging her. That's just too long to type, so you just tell her.
Okay. I hope they change it by then.
Me too.
Well, if they don't change it, no anxiety about it. Just talk to her on the phone.
Well, what if they don't let me out the room and she's waiting for me?
Well, I mean, you still have to go sit there. Huh?
I'm gonna tell my second shift staff.
Yeah, just tell your second shift that she paid for that time, so you should get to talk to her somehow, either on the video terminal or the phone.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about
that high-pitched noise that just happened?
That was a door.
Totally freaked the hell out of Mibsy.
Oh.
Her little head came up like, oh my God, Cam farted yesterday. It was hilarious.
Why? What, he got scared or something?
Yeah.
Really? By his own fart?
Yes.
What the fuck?
This is funny.
Yeah, but I missed you, Mom. I can't. I'm gonna try. Well, I'm probably not gonna be able to talk to you again until like later, like after 6.
Yeah. Okay.
It might be like later tonight.
It's okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to call Phil, and if Phil don't answer, I'm gonna try to call. I don't know who I should call.
I will call everybody.
You have 1 minute left.
Try everybody.
Okay.
You know, see if Marissa's available.
Rosie?
And then somebody else. Marissa. Oh, yeah, Rosie. Call everybody.
I don't think Rosie gave me her number. Yeah. No, don't say why. Look what I drew. It's cute as fuck.
You have to say what?
No, don't say why. It just says it's Bond. Damn, you want to know. She want to know something. All right, but it's 1 minute left. I love you so much, Mom. I'm going to call Phil, and then I'll see you tonight in video call, and I'll probably call you before.
All right. See if they can let you jump in and play spades.
Maybe.
I love you, baby.
I love
Tell Phil I said hi, and I said, tell him I just said hi, and I think he's hilarious.
Who? Oh, I will.
So.
And tell everyone to send me their number and stuff, too.
I will. Love you, boo-boo.
I love you, Mom.
Me too.
See you.
Thank you for using Securus.
Love you.
Don't forget to
Thank you, Cuffio. I know that it. What I was saying is that this drives me bananas. That her mom, not only does she put money on her commissary, but when Mackenzie is like, next I'm gonna call Phil, and if Phil doesn't answer, I'm gonna try so and so, and the mom, instead of being like, all right, Ken's, like, just try to, I don't know, maybe I'm just projecting, but I feel like the mom puts no limits on anything. And not only doesn't she put limits on things, she actually encourages her to go a step further and encourages bad behavior, in my opinion. Do you guys see the same thing? Do you see encouraging bad behavior? It's just unbelievable. I just don't, it's just so horrible. Next, what we're going to see is, and let me just pull this up right here, is the dad. So I couldn't believe it. Somebody was it in our comments? Might have been in the comments. It was in the comments. I just don't remember which comments. But anyway, they said something about how the dad talks about GUNs in a new interview that he does. And I was like, wait, what? He does? Like, what interview is this? I didn't see an interview where I remember anything like that. Not that that matters, but it was just the fact that I had thought that I had seen everything. And I'm like, there's clearly something I haven't seen, because I would have, remembered that. So I found the thing I haven't seen. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
In the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, 17-year-old Mackenzie.
I almost started playing it. Let me pull it up on stage. Okay, so this is, let me tell you who this is. This is True Crime This Week. It's called True Crime This Week. I gave it a thumbs up. Oh, subscribe. I can't believe, I thought I subscribed, you guys. Okay, we're subscribed. There you go. So True Crime This Week. We're subscribed. We hit like. This is the interview with Steven Shirilla. This is after the crash documentary. The mom is not present for this, which I am shocked. Also, take note, at some point they hit on, I saw like most of it. I'm sure I missed a lot, like some things or things that I didn't even hear, but so we're definitely going to do commentary here. If you don't want commentary, you can obviously go over there and see the whole thing, which you guys should go over there to give him a like anyway. But with that being said, let's see what he has to say, because this is wild, in my opinion.
Shirilla was driving a car through Strongsville, Ohio. This was around 5:30 in the morning. And in the car with her was Dominic Russo, her boyfriend, and their friend Davion Flanagan. Now, what happened next with the accident and Mackenzie being charged with their murder is the subject of a new Netflix documentary called The Crash. Maybe you've had time to watch it and form your own opinion as to what you think happened in the car that night. I have my own thoughts on this, and when the documentary was being produced, I heard from Mackenzie's parents, and never had the opportunity to sit down with them. But Steve, Mackenzie's father, reached out to me last week and asked if I'd be interested in an interview. And of course, I want to hear what he has to say. So I sat down with him.
Of course, you dumbass, I want to hear this. Like, what? Like, and Alexa, seriously, she wishes, I'm sure, that she was there for the interview. For sure.
Yesterday, and we spoke for about an hour, and
I had my mic on. I apologize. I fixed it, I think. Thank you so much for telling me all the time what's going on, Cuff, because, you know what I mean?
I want to share that interview with you today. I did learn some new things. There's some new facts about the case that I didn't know that certainly causes me to not really change my opinion, but it does change the way I see the accident itself. So without saying more, here is the interview with Kenzie Shirilla's father, Steve. Steve, my first question is, what is it like to be a part of the biggest documentary?
I can't help myself. My first question is, why are you wearing an orange jumpsuit?
On Netflix, currently.
Wow, it's mixed. I was hoping during this process we would get Mackenzie's story out, or what happened to Mackenzie, and not necessarily what everybody's heard or what everybody keeps gleaming off of misinformation. And I want to say I was promised that it would be fair, but that's what my illusion to what was going on. I thought they came to us thinking that my daughter is a monster and that she did this and she's hell on wheels and she picked that road and blah blah blah. You know what the judge said. But I think after they started talking to us, I think we opened their eyes to, well, maybe there's something funny going on here, and that's where I thought it was. And then when it came out, a lot of the stuff we talked about just wasn't there. You know, there wasn't a lot about the fact that there's no evidence of premeditation, prior calculation or intent. It's not there. And
only it is there because Mackenzie makes sure that she says, and looks at her lawyer to make sure that she said, I'm really big on intent. There was no intent. So they do go into that. I just don't think that they did it as much as he would have liked.
And every troll online can tell me, oh yeah, she did it, all this, you know, and she was speeding down that road and she didn't hit her brakes. Well, she didn't hit her brakes for 4.74 seconds of that ride. That's the only information they have. 4 points. That's when the black box turned on, about 5 or 6 seconds before she crossed Alameda Road and before it went into the building. Something happened in that car that caused that black box to turn on, which was, I think the car, from our car expert that we talked to, said that the car thought it was flipping over. So the black box turned on and started recording the car information in a non-linear sort of way. And that's important, that non-linear sort of way. And it deployed both side airbags. And I'm sorry, side airbags.
All right, I need to make sure that I understand this because I'm like not a car, like I love cars and stuff like that, but I just want to make sure I understand this. And linear obviously means the same thing no matter where you're saying it. But when he says it records the data in a non-linear way, does he just mean like we have the category brakes and then it tells us the brake stuff, and then we have category this and it tells us that information? Like, is that what he means? And he means like they don't give you like at this second this happened and then the next second this happened? I'm just confused at his wording. If anybody knows, can you please let me know? Thank you.
Airbags don't just go pillow fight. You know, it's not a.
He did not just say pillow fight. What the actual?
It's not a soft explosion. It's a boom, and then there's powder all over there's powder floating.
It's a boom, just like his T-shirt from the last interview.
In the car, in the cabin of the car.
Are you saying the airbags deployed before the accident?
Both side airbags deployed prior to her car crossing the street to hit the sign to get veered into the building.
That seems like a pretty big piece of information that we didn't get.
Yeah, I wonder why the prosecution didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they had it. They got the black box information. The black box is a nonlinear function. It's like an airport, airplane black box, but it doesn't record sound and what's going on in the cabin. It records mechanical aspects of the car, braking, accelerating, blah blah, that kind of stuff. So the only actual evidence, hard, knock on wood, evidence is from 4.74 seconds of that black box.
Yeah.
That's not talking what happened prior.
Yeah.
All the way to when she turned. That's another what?
So everything we saw in that video of her speeding at the
that last moment.
Yeah.
That's after the black box turned on.
And after the airbags deployed.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
it could just be 3 kids in the car freaking out because
Sasquatch could have popped in the car. Anything.
I mean, it would be hard to drive.
Yeah, well, our car expert said, he said nobody anybody in that car would be disoriented because of the 2 explosions and the powder floating around.
Okay, so let me get this clear. What Steve is saying, and this is new, you guys, so this is like new information. Ready? Wow. So what he's saying, this is new information. Listen up, you guys. Ready? What Steve just said. Let me make sure. Yes, my mic's on. He just said that the black box goes on before she goes over the intersection, right? Which, fine, whatever. He also says that it picked up the last 4 or 5 seconds and that she didn't step on the brake, which if anybody saw my show with Daniel from Drunk Turkey, we actually see that it does go off, and he eventually does say something like that. But he says that when he asked for someone to explain that to him, they said that it was the function, like the newer cars where you drive up and then when you get too close, it pulls you back. My car does that. It's a pain in the ass. I hate when it happens, but meanwhile, it shouldn't be happening, right? I get it. But it only happens, you guys, when I'm going under 10 miles an hour. Anything over 10 miles an hour, imagine going 60, 70 miles an hour, getting off the highway, right? You're coming around the turn and the signs are there to tell you, like, McDonald's is on the next right, make a right off the ramp. Like, that would mean that every time you pass something, your car would back up real quick because it would just think that you might, like, so that just doesn't make sense to me. And if you then look it up, which Daniel did, we found out that that's exactly what happens. But I still think she does a lot wrong. I just don't think, like, the dad, I don't know. You'll see for yourself. Watch this, you guys. It gets way, what he's saying, oh, I know what I was going to say. I apologize. The new information is that the airbags on the sides deployed while driving before she gets to the intersection, and that all of the dust from the airbags, that's why he said pillow fight. Wow. So he's trying to now push a narrative to get in our heads that there's a possibility that the black box starts recording before the intersection because it thought it was going to flip over, and in doing so, it deploys both side airbags, which both, according to Steve in this interview, and I will rewind it so you can hear it yourself. He just alleged that the airbags had a pillow fight. He said it, not me. And that they popped, and that explosion, 2 explosions, would have caused so much dust in the air that the kids wouldn't have been able, they would have been disoriented. Now, let's just say that did happen. Of course you would be disoriented. I just don't think that's what happened, you guys. Let's hear what he had to say again. I almost want to be like, did I hear that wrong? But I don't think I did. Listen real close, you guys. Wow.
Sasquatch could have popped in the car. Anything.
I mean, it would be hard to drive.
Yeah, well, our car expert said, he said nobody anybody in that car would be disoriented because of the 2 explosions and the powder floating around. You wouldn't be able to see. So now I can't I can't explain the speed. Oh, sorry. I can't explain the speed, but that road is a cut through in Strongsville, and the police know it.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it. I've been down that road at a pretty good clip at times. Not saying it's right. I'm not saying okay, it's not at all.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut for where she goes, and plus, Dom did not like going down Pearl Road. He liked the.
Why didn't he like going down Pearl Road?
He sold drugs, or at least my understanding is he sold marijuana at this time. And if he got pulled over and he had marijuana.
Okay, you guys, just real quick, let's be honest. We've all known somebody at some point, if not yourselves, you know what I mean? Whether this is okay, like, he shouldn't be saying this regardless. In my opinion, I feel like here, he's just trying to switch the narrative to Dom to make it sound like Dom was bad. But let's be honest. So I don't know, I think you guys know this. My best friend was murdered when we were 29, and they tried to say at the trial, and there was a hung jury. So I went through 2 complete trials that were almost a month long each, so that my friend, we wanted to see my friend get justice, which he does eventually, but it took years and 2 full trials. But one of the things that they tried to do, which in the first trial kind of worked, was they tried to make my friend look like he was a bad person, almost as if he had it coming to him, that because he did drugs that meant he shouldn't have been where he was, type thing. And that's just bullshit. That same thing here. No matter why, I don't know why he wants to bring Dom's name through them, I guess, so that other people could stop looking at his daughter in a different light. Plug. That was the word, a plug. And Mackenzie, remember earlier, I couldn't remember the word, it was plug. Mackenzie says that she wants to be a plug, which is what he's talking about here. So if anything, his kid is talking about, I just don't think this has anything to do with the crash. And I think that it's disgusting to speak ill of the dead this way. Just my opinion. That's just, I don't know. It is what it is, but if it had relevance to the crime, fine. But there's no correlation between the two. If you really knew this and you were so concerned about it, and you're going to hear next that he knew all about it and he had known or whatever. So if you knew about it, then, so now one of 2 things are true. Either you're speaking ill of the dead so that your daughter can look better, which, why would you want to do that? To make you feel better as a parent. So you must think that there's a perception that you're not the best parent, and that must be, eating at you type thing. Or in the other sense, right? You knew all of the things, and what kind of parent would you be if your kid's still in high school and you're like, oh, I know all about it, go ahead, my kid could just stay there? Because I don't know about you guys, as a parent myself, we all think of the nerdy things that our parents said to us when we were younger, oh, just be I don't want you whatever there, because God forbid somebody gets mad about something. And again, we're talking about weed here. We're not talking about anything hard here. It was legal, or it is legal there. You just have to have a medicinal card for it. So again, I think we need to put that into context. But either way, he looks bad. So why? I don't understand what he's trying to do here.
On him, he would go to jail.
There's lots of police.
And there's a lot of police, and they sit in the shops all the way up Pearl, and they don't really sit back in that industrial parkway. Like I said, it's a cut through. It's a quick cut through, and he always made her go down through that way. Even on her prom, her mom, Christine Russo and Dom made her go down that road. She's even, and I wish my cousin passed away a couple months ago, and he could have attested because he was in the car with us. But but my understanding is we go down that road all the time. And even in the bindover, or the bindover Discovery, there's a note in it that says, we know it's a known cut through. So the police know it, and they even state it's a known cut through. So for the judge to go, you chose that road and blah, 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 it doesn't make any sense, because the police, the detective, because he said it, knows it's a cut through. I mean, it's crazy. And the drugs, and so Dom would have Mackenzie hold the drugs.
How do you know that? How do you know Dom was into that?
Because my daughter told me. Yeah. He told me that he sells marijuana, and friends buy it from him, and I know a lot of. Yeah. I know. It's just something that I know.
There's a
after
lot
4
about
years.
his background that didn't come out in Netflix either. I know he has.
Well, I think
he's been in trouble with the law before.
Yes,
right?
and that's the reason why he would have me carry mule for him, carry his drugs. Yeah. So if they got pulled over, she got in trouble for him, but it would be just a slap on the wrist, basically.
He had a prior charge for assault as well.
I heard something about that. I don't know the full story on it. I think it was some kind of family.
Oh, shame, 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 Steve. He should have shut this down. Oh, if he's talking about the argument he got into with his brother Chris or whatever, and it all was like worked out, then that is so horrible. Ew.
Family thing that went on, but I don't.
Any idea why that didn't come out in the Netflix stuff?
I don't know. I don't know why the Netflix people picked what they picked.
Yeah.
Why they edited it the way they edited. I'm not real happy with the way they edited some of the stuff, and some of the stuff they picked for me to say. I said what I said in that, and I meant every word that I said. I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was trying to be as honest as I could, but it seemed to be more about me and not about what was happening to my daughter. And so, I mean, like I said, I'm not real happy with how the outcome. But if it wins an Oscar, I guess I get an Oscar. I'm part of an Oscar. So
there are a couple of questions that came up since the documentary came out. I think it.
Well, that was rude, you guys. He just said he'd be part of an Oscar if it gets an Oscar. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Could have been worse. I watched it over the weekend. There were a couple questions that had come up. One was, can you tell us a little, it's such a stupid little thing, your shirt. Can you
let me ask again. Is this okay? I don't want to trigger anybody in this world that I'm wearing an orange polo. I hope it's not colorblind enough for anybody.
This is amazing.
The shirt I was wearing is from Drip Drop, which is Crime Circus on YouTube. Crime Circus has been a defender for my daughter. He's made many posts saying she's innocent, and he shows the evidence, and he contradicts people who say, no, she's guilty, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, you have to look at this and this. He was about a month after her trial. His one of his posts showed up with us. Someone sent it to us, and he had found 5 or 6 videos, interviews from the Strongsville Police Department that were not in the discovery, or were not in the discovery that we could find. And we went over everything, and we had access to everything during the bind over in the trial. There were 5 interviews with Christine Russo, Dom's brother, 2 of Dom's kind of friends.
Okay, so a few things here, you guys. Hi, Olika Squirrel. And hi, everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. Are you sunny now? Hi, thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Cuff You, thank you for being a member for 11 months. That's amazing. What else do we have here? There was something else. Alexa, I like how Alexa, let me see, where's it X? I want to highlight it. Alexa said, okay, first of all, Drip Drop, I can't believe that that's the shirt he was wearing. After he said that, I was like, oh, of course it was, because it said boom. And if you guys have ever seen any of Drip Drop stuff, he'll say boom, like he'll like get like where he thinks he like uncovered something, and so, but still, that doesn't, like, you could have got a shirt that said Drip Drop, not boom, or you know what I mean? Like, I almost feel like nothing's his fault. Like, how can your kid take, and this is my opinion, so this isn't, today we're not doing Dr. Bona here, we're doing Jamie stuff here. So this is me as a mom, and I guess you could say that my opinions are informed by my education, so I guess you could say that. But with that being said, does anybody notice that nothing's ever these people's fault? Like, It's always somebody else's fault. Even when he does say something because he knows that it's socially acceptable to say that she had some responsibility, it always comes with a but. It's always like she had some responsibility, but that just wipes everything away, right? When you say but, that would be like somebody saying to you, I am so sorry, but like that, you know what I mean? That's not working. Gamer X-Ray is here from Twitch, you guys. That's amazing. Thank you for being here. But so, and the other thing here real quick that he says that kind of, you know, drives me a little bit crazy is that I not only feel like they don't take responsibility, but I feel like he had to have known that when he said boom or wore a shirt that said boom, that he might get some throwback. He had to know that when he said the thing about smoking, that he was going to get throwback. He had to know that wearing an orange, what is that, a t-shirt today that's like way too big around the neck? So it's not even like a t-shirt that fits, right? So it's like this huge t-shirt around the neck. Like he had to have known that this t-shirt was also going to cause uproar because he even points it out himself. So like he wouldn't have even noticed it, in my opinion, if it wasn't that big of a deal, or if he didn't do it, like, you know, noticing that he did it. And I doubt the guy said, you know, oh, you have an orange shirt on, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But yes, Alexa, her parents just keep digging the hole deeper. I totally agree with you. If not for the parents, I wonder, you know, I wonder if she would take responsibility. I feel like she doesn't take responsibility because she doesn't have to. Her parents don't hold her accountable at all. And that is just not helping anyone. Alexa, I did try to find the comment that I like that you wrote. It was something about how they're like doing the, you know, they're not doing them any favors or doing her any favors by doing these interviews. But then you like kind of said it again, and I read that one. But you did say something, you know, really insightful earlier. And if I can find it at some point, I'll put it up. But if not, just know that I read it and I saw it. Jeez, right? It's unbelievable. So with Drip Drop, so that was his way, I guess, of like showing support for Drip Drop? Like what?
The Flanagans, and Hench. I think it's Hench, you know, because he gets things done. Christopher Martin, the felon that lives in Christine Russo's basement. And he's the one that gave the information.
I'm so confused by this. Can somebody please clear this up if they know? So he says Hench is Chris Martin, the guy that lives in the basement. When we know that his brother Chris also lives there and that he stays downstairs. Are they two totally different people? Like, I'm just confused by that. Can somebody help me clarify that? It's just confusing.
The intent to Mackenzie in her trial. He's the one that stated something that didn't happen, and we've got proof that Mackenzie did not threaten that crash that car that day. But these 5 videos weren't in the discovery, and in all the videos, everyone is in there says that Mackenzie has a problem passing out or seizes. There was an issue, and they just blew over it. And at some point, during Christine Russo's or the brother's interview, because Christine and the brother were there, and every time the detective asked the brother something, he starts to answer, which seems to be truthful, and then Christine Russo talks over him and answers it for him, and he goes, oh yeah.
Ew, that is so gross. I can't believe he just said that. So just so you guys know, we all know, well, not all, but a lot of us know about Christine Russo, Dom's sister, who has a podcast. So if you haven't seen it, it's called The Big Sister Unhinged. It's on YouTube. She's doing a great job. Go over and subscribe. But that's not who he's referring to here. So when he says Christine Russo here, he's referring to Dom's mom, Christine Russo. And Dom's mom, Christine Russo, is with his brother Angelo at the police station. So when they say Christine Russo here again, this isn't Dom's sister that he's talking about. And that is like, I mean, either way, whether it's the sister or the mom, it's gross. But the fact that he's even alleging here that Dom's parent could have done something shady in this whole thing is like, wow. It's like, wow. Again, you can see, in my opinion, how they get a Mackenzie, right? Is it that obvious to everybody else too?
Yeah. So, At some point, Christine Russo says, "These aren't going to be. No one's going to see these, right?" And the detective goes, "No, I'm not putting them in."
Wow.
So, again, that's omittance, and I don't.
Yeah.
That seems kind of shady to me.
Well, if there were witnesses that
Okay, so I guess my thing here is if he has these 5 videos that he thinks are so that they could clear his daughter, why didn't the defense put them in? I'm confused. Legally guilty, factually innocent. How are you doing? I like that name. That's a cool name. I think I've told you that before.
back up the claim that Mackenzie occasionally passed out or had these seizures, that's pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would think so. I would think the detective should, have an obligation to look into it. But when he got her, my understanding is when he got her medical records, he picked up her medical records from the day of the crash forward. He did nothing about going from the day of the crash back. That's true or false,
Yeah.
but that's my understanding.
People try to make
Sorry. The shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt is Crime Circus's logo, or one of his swag that he sells. The boom is one of his things. So I wore the shirt to say thank you for what he was doing for my daughter, and he's done a lot. And if I see him, I'm going to hug him. That's the first thing I'm going to do. He's been a very good champion for what I feel is misjustice against my daughter, and the lack of evidence to support the charges. So that's what that shirt was about. Not me being colorblind to 2 boys dying, because it's horrible. It was horrible. I don't. A day doesn't go by that I don't think about it.
And did he just make a Freudian slip? He said that he's not colorblind to Dom and Davion's. Wow, and there's just so much with all of this, I can't even. So Alexa says supposedly the clown found the videos after the trial. Is that true, you guys? Did the clown do a video on it? I'm dying. Like, what videos is he talking about? Like, what do they consist of? And why wouldn't they be using them as the appeal instead of these text messages, which in their defense does have Mackenzie saying that Dom was the one that ran her off the road, but on the other side you could also say that she was wrong and that she was trying to gaslight by saying that. So you could kind of look at it either way, you know what I mean?
And that was one of the toughest things for me to do with this whole thing at the beginning was, how can I be happy that my daughter's alive and breathing? I mean, and the fact that these 2 boys died, and Dom was part of our family, and however anybody wants to spin it, he went everywhere with our family. He was at Easter, Christmas. He was part of our vacations. He was part of our family. I'm sorry the Russos lost a son or a brother or a cousin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry the Flanagans lost Davion. There's nothing I can say.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Of course not.
To ever change that. I was at the gravesite with Christine and them countless days. I talked to the dad. The dad was in my house, telling Mackenzie he believes her, and blah blah. They thought it was an accident. It's okay, and they did this little pendulum thing, and then after the bind over, it stopped. I don't get it. None of the evidence changed. The black box information was the black box information.
The prosecutors gave them a place to focus their anger.
Well, their story. It was his narrative, and even in one of those drip drop or one of those release videos, the detective saying, "Well, I'm just doing what Troop wants, what Tim wants. I'm just, so we believe this detective on day 3 or 4 already assumed the worst, and so that's what sorry to go back to it. That's what the shirt was. The shirt was a thank you to Crime Circus. Wasn't a me being colorblind or insensitive to anybody, because that's the most idiotic, because oh my God, why would I?
Colorblind is not the word he's looking for, I promise. He's oh my God. Oh, my head's gonna explode. You guys, like, what is happening here? And somebody made a good point. Was it Look a Squirrel? That if you pass out, then you usually go lax. Not you don't usually press on the gas, right? So there is just so much. He said WTF. Did he? Is that what he said? The phrases he's looking for is tone deaf. That's what it is, Alexa. He's looking for tone deaf, and he's saying colorblind. And every time he says it, he's a train wreck, right, Alexa? Yes. Yes, cuff you. He keeps saying colorblind. He's not colorblind is not the word you're looking for here, Steve. And he said it like multiple times now. Is that like a Freudian slip? Like, what's happening here? He is a train wreck. I can't. Where's Natalie?
They do that. That's got to be the dumbest take on a shirt, you know. And again, everyone, it's orange. I'm sorry if it's offensive. I apologize now.
I just assumed. I mean, it's a graphic T-shirt. And I know you come from an art background, graphic design.
Yep, graphic design. Yep.
And then you were teaching art.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, what's happened since the documentary came out?
Well, apparently, the diocese had a problem with something I said in there, along with.
Did people contact the diocese?
Yes, that's my understanding. There was a website out of Parma, Parma something, and I guess they just called in and made all kind of stupid, baseless accusations, and then the diocese has an obligation to protect the kids, which I understand, but the problem I have with the diocese doing how they did it is they didn't talk to me. They just acted. When here it is, boom.
So you were teaching for like a Catholic school.
Catholic school, yeah.
Yeah. They're saying that because of the drugs or something.
Something. I mean, in the documentary, we were talking about her.
You didn't have a problem with her.
I didn't. As you know, as a parent, I pick my battles. You know, I'm sorry if I find marijuana not that dangerous as I find alcohol or cocaine or whatever, you know.
So you guys, let me just point out the hypocrisy here. So in one sense, he's saying that, I'm sorry, I just don't find marijuana dangerous and I'm okay with it. And then on the other sense, he's bad-mouthing Dom, saying that he's like, getting rid of it to friends. He's not even claiming here that Dom was like some big kingpin. He's literally like saying, like most kids do at that age, somebody knows where they can get it, and then they all split it with their friends. Like, that's what I've seen it more of, like something that most people have maybe participated in at some point. Just, I don't know. But how can he have it both ways? You can't.
My daughter, beyond what everybody else seems to think or wants to interpret or glean, she seemed mature enough to handle it. I didn't see a issue. It wasn't causing her to be late for this or not do this or get in an accident. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything that was, and I had other battles I wanted to fight with her, and I taught her right along. I said, look, you can't be driving with it. Blah blah blah. Watch with, you be careful with Dominic. If you get caught, he gets caught. You get caught. All I can do is teach her and try to make her learn. She's a lot like me. When I was little, I needed to.
Facts. That's the first thing I heard so far that I actually 100% agree with. I think that Mackenzie is a lot like her dad. A lot. I do. Hi, Jess Pepper. Welcome in. She renewed her driver's license. Yes. You guys, that is right. Yes. Wait, where's it at? I want to put that up here, because that is so right. Yes, Mackenzie renewed her driver's license, you guys, after the accident. And she never put anything on that either, so she never disclosed her pots there.
Do it. Experience it to learn it, and don't touch the stove. Steve, don't touch the stove. And I go touch the stove, and it got burned. It's who she is. She has to learn for herself and make her own choices, and that's what I was doing. And she was getting older. And
okay, and with that same thing, I think he's right here. I think he genuinely believes that. I think he believes that she needs to learn her own mistakes. The problem with that is now your daughter's doing 15 years to life. So, had you have stepped in and taught her some of these things, and just in case anybody is watching, you know, when you have kids, if you don't teach your kids that there's rules and regulations that you have to stick to in the household, then they're less likely to apply rules and regulations or to obey by, let's say, the rules and regulations within society when they're outside of the home, especially if you're a constant pushover or if you're, backing bad behavior, even more so, right? So that just positively reinforces for the kid that they can be antisocial as far as anti-society and not following societal rules. So by no means are we diagnosing here, but I am putting forth with anti-society. But I mean, you could see how, but at the same time, you could also argue, I don't know if we know how Mackenzie's sister is, and the sister doesn't seem like she has the same outcome as Mackenzie, and she has the same parents, right? I'm one of 4. My siblings and I are all very different. So I think the important thing here to note is that nature and nurture really do play a role, and that it's not just your environment, but it's also your biology. And the way your biology and your environment interact at any given moment at any given time over time. So we have to keep that in mind. So although the sister and Mackenzie share the same biological parents and they were raised in the same environment, if you have siblings, you probably know that you could be very different from your sibling and still have the same parents, be raised in the same home with the same rules, so on and so forth. So I do think that that's important. And here he says that Mackenzie is just like him, and I couldn't agree more.
And her and Dom were making a life together. Now, was I greatly happy with the relationship? No. This toxic has been thrown around a lot. I didn't see the toxic relationship that everybody's saying, oh, it's toxic. This is a toxic relationship. And they argued. I argue with my wife. Everybody argues, okay? From what I knew.
He just said, I argue with my wife as if she's there. Did anybody else catch that? Listen.
Relationship that everybody's saying, oh, it's toxic. This is a toxic relationship. And they argued. I argue with my wife. Everybody argues, okay? From what I knew, it wasn't toxic. They argued. They broke up. He's over the next day with flowers and candy and a stuffed animal. I mean, it was like every couple of months something would happen,
I would bet $100 that that's not what happened. First of all, she lived with him. I mean, not the whole time, but he's saying it as if, like, you guys think about it in like the movies and stuff like that, or on the shows, like, and I'm not talking about reality TV, like on shows and stuff, like romantic comedies and all. What do? You get into an argument, you come back the next day with flowers, a card, and candy. What are the chances that I mean, I'm not saying that Dom never brought her flowers. That's not what I mean. But the way that he says it here, like, he's like, and then he came over with the next day. That also assumes that whatever the argument was over was his fault, which makes me wonder, is it usually his fault, Steve's, when him and his wife argue? That's interesting, and you could look at that on a deeper level if you'd like.
And my wife was helping them try to fix the relationship, and they were never.
Can't help. Sorry, gotta stop there. Don't ever try to fix your kid's relationship. That is, especially if you are not a trained, somebody trained in like marriage therapy. Even if you are trained in marriage therapy, you shouldn't. How about this one? Let me go a step further. I don't know if you guys know this, but therapists are not supposed to give their advice. They're supposed to help you through situations, hoping, right, that you come to a realization on your own about something, and then you go ahead and make that choice for yourself. But a therapist should not help you through it and say, like, Dom, you do this, and Mackenzie, you do that. Like, that's really not what that is. So, the fact that Natalie's jumping in trying to. Another thing is, Webs of Deceit. What's up, yo? Webs of Deceit says, wait, let me put it up there. How about that? So we could all see it. But yeah, right? So, like, that is just not okay. Webs of Deceit says, you are so right. My brother was in all kinds of trouble, and he did a lot of rugs in his teens to his 30s. I've always been the complete opposite. I didn't even use meds after a C-section. What the F? You didn't? Oh, I did. I was like, yes, please. I'm not going to lie, I was. However, that was just for, Actually, I wound up getting off of them sooner than the doctors put in for, because I felt like I couldn't hold my kid. I felt like I was like out of it. Anyway, that's a different story. But yes, so that's right? So you could have completely. So I do think that that's important. Just because Mackenzie turns out this way doesn't mean that her sister turns out this way. However, she's a good case study, if you will, of what can happen with permissive parenting. My opinion.
Ever breaking up, and anybody who says that is lying. And I don't care if it's hurtful. They were not breaking up. They may break up, but they were getting right back together. I was on my daughter all the time. I punished her all the time. Okay, it's not me going, okay, just go have a whole time, go smoke dope, have fun, woo, drive your car really fast.
I mean, that's what it looks like on the documentary. It looks like a teenage girl who has no supervision, who smokes weed all the time, who makes her own rules, and lives with her boyfriend. How much of that is true? How much? She
stayed with her boyfriend. It was. They were talking about moving in, and she was getting close to 18, and if I would have hammered her and locked her into a room, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Chain her to the bed? I mean, okay. All I can do is teach her how to survive and live, and she knew if there's a problem, who to call. She talked to my wife all the time. If these two kids were going to break up and there was a problem, my wife would already know. We would have known it, okay? I would have been very happy about it if they broke up. Okay? No boy would ever be good enough for my daughter. That's a father, but again.
All right, let's stop it there for a second just so that I could say a few things. Number one, I get what he's trying to say, but do you guys see the similarities between him and Mackenzie in that he says things that he thinks are socially acceptable, right? So by saying something like, no guy's ever going to be good enough for my daughter, that's very cliche, if you will, right? Now, let me be honest with you guys. Some of you know AJ, because I'll talk about my daughter's boyfriend. He is literally a gem. If for some reason my daughter messes up, she's getting punched. No, I'm just joking. I would never do that. I'm literally just joking, you guys. But we I don't say it in front of him, but on the side, when we talk about things, he literally is amazing. So I think that if you put your kid up on a pedestal, or if you put anybody up on a pedestal, or if somebody puts you up on a pedestal, let that be a red flag, you guys. When you put somebody up on a pedestal, there's nowhere to go but down, right? So you're almost doing them a disservice by putting them on a pedestal. You're holding them to a different standard. And not only is that standard now there, but now they have to live up to that expectation. And that sometimes is just unattainable. Hi, how do I say that? Alizi? Alizi, no? Welcome. Cuff you. You are the best. Thank you so much. This is so very generous of you. Cuff you with her super chat says, I love all the stopping and starting. It's great for chat, LOL. Like I said, I think Mackenzie is a vile human. That being said, there is copious amounts of reasonable doubt. Look at you with the big words today. Copious amounts. Look at you. I don't even talk like that. I'm like, bitch, this has so much evidence, I can't. At least today, when I'm just Jamie and not Dr. Bona. But thank you guys again for being here. Let's continue.
He did treat her very well. I didn't see much of the fight. I didn't see the stupid little fights or the arguments I didn't see it.
One other thing that came out I've been trying to catch up on social media about what people are saying about this. There's one other weird thing that came up that I was hoping that you could explain a little bit. I guess at one point, Kenzie and her mother are caught on tape talking in what people are calling a different language or like Carney speak?
It's Carney. It's Gypsy speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that something they would do?
It's a family thing. It's a family thing that my wife grew up with.
Can you speak it?
No,
Okay.
it's because they do it so fast. It's
I know how it works now.
to say
You add an extra syllable in with
the is the.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say that right. It's like a pig Latin. You're adding vowels, or you're splitting the word with, and it's something the families, my wife's family has done for years. It's
Okay, I'm not claiming to be a body language expert by any means. I don't think you need to be one to see this here, but he feels so uncomfortable with this question. He's like, no, I can't, because I think he knows because of the mom's interview before. They ask her if she, like, about what Mackenzie says, and the mom says it, and then they ask her, like, how do you say seizures? And she's like, seizures is too many syllables. It's like seizures. She's like, there's too many Z's. Seizure. I was like, cuz seizure has 2 syllables. It would be seizure, which is why it sounds like seizure. Natalie, like, do they think we're stupid? We know that he understands it. Whether he uses it or not is a different story. But there's no way that he's been married. I mean, if Mackenzie's 18, and well, now he's doing this, she's what, 21 now? And you have to be pregnant for almost a year. And speaking of pregnancy, Marilyn got no pain medicine with her C-sections. What? I would have died. Just saying.
It's nothing. It's like when the gypsies and the carnivals would come around, and they didn't want the locals to hear what they were saying. That's what they would speak.
Yeah.
So my daughter and wife talk that way. And when they don't want to have someone hear what they're talking about, that's what they talk about. It's like having a German person or Japanese out here in America start talking Japanese because they don't. It's a private thing. Mm-hmm. So that's what the speech. It's called Carney.
How old was Kenzie when she learned how to do that?
She was pretty young. I've never heard anyone say it. I'm sorry. I'm smiling. I'm smiling because it's a good memory for me. Sure. My wife and my daughters. It's like it's like bees. It's like bees. And during this process, we knew when my daughter was in the juvenile center or over in county, she didn't want people around hearing what we were talking about because there's big ears everywhere, and then someone's going to say something, and we didn't want to give away what we were possibly doing in court or how we were going to try to defend her. So we were trying to be careful what anybody else overheard or who was overhearing her, or I say we, but they were. It's a language they speak together. It's like twins speaking a weird language.
It's just not like twins speaking a secret language. But anyway, I get what he's trying to say here. You guys, this is just, he's like digging himself a hole here. Also, can you guys do me a favor? We've had people coming in and out this whole time, and we only have like 19 likes. Could we please hit like on this thing? If we get up to, if we get more likes, I will gift 5 memberships when we're done watching this. So stay tuned and make sure you have on your membership gifting so you could be one of them that gets one. Okay?
It was not to hide anything nefarious. There's big talk about something she said in the hospital, and if you know the language, she didn't say it.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing.
Yeah, I think they're trying to say
she was saying, I was seizing, and that didn't happen. There's no sizu. There's no word in that whole conversation about that. Plus, my
Sizu Izu R2D2, like, what is he saying here? And this is the thing, if it wasn't seizure, then that means none of the words that they said were right. And he's not saying that the word like mom can we is wrong. He's saying that the word seizure is wrong. Sizu Zizu, come on, Steve.
Daughter was just out of, that was the day of or the day after, and she was on all kind of pain medication. She broke her femur. She broke her fibula. I think it's the fibula, right? Yeah. She broke the.
Oh my God, my daughter has fibular hemimelia. Your fibula is in the bottom of your leg.
Fibula, detached tricep, 3 broken ribs, a puncture wound through her knee, lacerated liver, lacerated kidney, bumps and bruises all over her face. Both her carotid arteries were damaged. I mean, the kid's lucky to be alive. So she was on, she didn't really know what she was saying. She had just found out that she had just found out what happened with Dom and Davion, because we didn't tell her at first. She was in so much pain, and we just didn't want to add to that. So
it strikes me too as like every time I think about this, it's a really stupid.
Oh my God, I can't. Oluka's girl, that's so funny. So Oluka's girl says, so he just spoke the language that he said he couldn't speak, right? Because if he knows that it's Zizu, Zizu, R2D2, then you must know how to speak it, Steve. Just saying.
Way to commit suicide if that's what your intent.
God, my God, she was not committing suicide. There's absolutely no base. No evidence, no manifesto, no note, no video, nothing. There's not one iota of evidence.
Time, what do you think happened?
God, okay, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I know the car crashed. I know Davion and
This is
Dominic lost their
amazing.
lives. I know my.
This is amazing.
Thank you. Oh my God, Cuff, you just sent 5 Mind Behind True Crime with Dr. Vona memberships. Let's see who the lucky people were. LZ's one of the lucky people. Legally Guilty, Factually Innocent received a membership. Oh, look, a squirrel, you got one. Katie got one. Neon Heart got one. You guys, look at that. Thank you so very much. If you got one, if you were one of the people that I just mentioned, please thank Cuff you. That was so very generous of you. I don't know why I get so excited with gifted memberships. Not that I don't get excited with super chats, but when I see gifted memberships, I get so excited because I feel like it's like a scratch off, like you have to see who got one type thing. So I appreciate that. That was amazing, exciting, and very generous of you. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going.
Daughter was lucky to be alive. I know she went through I believe she was falsely accused. The charges she was accused of, I'm not completely getting away. She's not completely innocent. She was driving a car, and it should have never left the juvenile court, and it should have been vehicular homicide or reckless vehicular homicide. And I don't think you could even prove reckless with what evidence is not available to the prosecutor. But I don't know. I think it was. I would, if I had to give my guess, I think it's a bunch of things. I think it's a perfect storm. I'm pretty good. She was probably coming down there 60, 70 miles an hour. Okay. One theory is something happened to the car. Toyota has a history with that kind of car. It's documented. It's on the internet. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to ever prove it. The black box isn't on. It's not recording any of that because the black box turned on down the road. If something happened to the car and the gas pedal stuck and accelerated, all would be in that car is panic. And then if that car came around that little bend, and it's not a severe bend, it's a manageable bend, and it hit that dip that used to be in the road that the city fixed last year or last summer, that car went flying, and that's what turned on. That's what the black box said. The car went right to left. The car thought it was flipping over. The black box turned on. The side airbags went off. Yeah. I mean, and again, the black box is non-linear. It's not a linear recording. It doesn't go on. It's not a constant, like every micro, yeah, in a nonlinear thing, it's going half second, or microsecond, whatever the timing is. And our car guy said, you can't necessarily say she'd never braked, because it could have happened in between. And mind you, I'm not saying that because there's no proof to that. Yeah. Why would I? But it could have happened.
Everybody else is saying a lot of things where there's no proof.
So that's a great way to put it, and he's clearly getting a little bit nervous there, right? But that's a clear way to put it, that he's minimizing everything. I do agree with that. Cuff you, that's funny. But Alexa, yes, so now it's the car's fault, right? That's funny. Aleezy, that's funny. But you guys, so I do think here we're seeing again, he is completely going down a different road again. It's like, when are you going to take responsibility for your kid?
Yeah, well, sorry. Especially the prosecutor, and there's more to that if we can get to the thing.
Sorry, I had to adjust my orange jumpsuit.
But at the end of that video, the brake lights go on, and their car expert said, well, that's a safety feature. Yeah. Well, why did the brakes go on?
Aren't brakes a safety feature by design?
I think so, but what I'm saying is, the brake, you could see the brakes clearly
on the video.
On the video, you clearly see them. And his response, well, that's a safety feature. Well, why did the safety feature work prior? Yeah. It hadn't hit anything. It just went across the road. That was right as it went across the road. So why is the safety feature only working right there? So
Why do you think they went so hard against her?
there's the part where maybe I'll get myself in trouble. I think there's some collusion going on. I think it's a fix. I think it's a favor. That last name Russo in this town.
It's like, I was trying to explain that to somebody. Having the last name Russo in Cuyahoga County is like having the last name Kennedy in Boston.
Mm-hmm. There might be some truth to that. Like I said, this is a political family, and I apologize to the Flanagan family right now. If it was just Davion in the car, she wouldn't be in jail. She would have never left the juvenile court. This has to do with the boy's last name. And
oh my God, what did he just say? He looked right into the camera, you guys. Watch this. He looks right into the camera at Davion's family and says, I'm sorry, but if it was just your son in the car, she wouldn't be in jail today, and that the only reason she's in jail is because what? What an asshole.
And I apologize to the Flanagan family right now. If it was just Davion in the car, she wouldn't be in jail. She would have never left the juvenile court. This has to do with the boy's last name. And the judge saying, well, I don't have a blood relationship. Look, I'm not saying she has got a blood relationship. I'm saying she has relationships with the Russo family, and her even saying that in court just if you're going to believe she doesn't have a relationship, you're fooling yourself. I'm not saying it's directly with Christine Russo down the road here, but it's with somebody, and
there are many Russos
yes,
in judicial
positions.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it was
and the prosecutor's office.
Yep, and Christine Russo was part of that prosecutor's office at one point, and I believe she's friends with Tim Troop. I think they were in the office together.
Well, let me jump ahead a little bit.
Okay.
How is what was Kenzie's take on the documentary? How's she doing?
This is my thing. If you're going to have the balls to say something like that, then have the balls to say what you're really saying. Because you can't say that I don't think that this is Miss Russo, right? Because you're afraid you're slander, right? Just Pepper, exactly. Yes, Tony, I agree. But he knows she's a lawyer, and I mean, she could go after him for that. But wow, what? Oh my God.
After this has come out,
she's okay. I thought she was okay with it. She's in Marysville.
Okay.
She wasn't so okay with the fact that they used when she turned to the lawyer. Her lawyer was there with her when she did this, and she turned to him and wanted to make sure she said what she wanted to say and that she didn't sound like she's just talking gibberish. So she turned to him and they ran with that and let it go. And it just makes her seem like it was planned, performant, and it wasn't. I thought she did well, and she was beautiful, and I think she was very composed. You can see that she's got a couple years maturity to her now.
Yeah, I did notice that.
It's a real potato.
Is he talking about Mackenzie? That seemed a little creepy, no? I mean, I don't know.
Marysville's more of a rehabilitation than it is a maximum security. You lock the cells, or the prisons you see on TV or in a movie.
Are they able to go outside?
She goes outside. She's got a lot of freedom, other than being a judge. She's got some freedom. She's got a day and she does stuff. They go outside. She's starting to take classes, college classes. She works in the kitchen. She's got jobs.
What would she, if this hadn't have happened, what would she be doing today?
She was looking at modeling and fashion and stuff like that. And we were at the barber. She was with the barber, and there was a big stink about that.
Yeah.
There was something she was going to something, or something was planned, and it was just them talk. It wasn't us going, hey, we're going to do. It wasn't that. God, things are blown so far out of proportion sometimes. It was just something she was involved with prior. And during the accident, or during this, during her rehabilitation or whatever, so it's again not a colorblind thing. It had nothing to do with remorse. It was about something she was doing already. There was plans, or there was plans, and they were just talking.
We should rename him the colorblind clown, since he likes crime circus, right? And he's a clown, so Steve could be the colorblind clown. I've never heard somebody use the word colorblind, and not only does he use it a million times in this, he uses it incorrectly. Yes, I definitely think that he meant, what did we say that he meant? He meant, obviously not colorblind. Somebody asked, did he mean, and it was. You guys, Alexa, what did he mean to say again? It wasn't, obviously not colorblind. Alexa will tell us.
It wasn't anything nefarious against the boys or all.
Tone deaf, that's it, tone deaf.
Oh my God, she's trying to be a model after all. She was trying to be a model prior. It was just part, it was a continuation of what she already started, so.
Is there anything else you'd like to clear up that you think?
I can clear every little misconception out, and there'll still be the people on the internet making their own assumptions. I don't know how many podcasts I've watched that all their information, anything, they had the gist of the story. There's a crash, 2 boys died, Mackenzie, okay? But all their facts are wrong, you know? I hear, well, she was doing this and she was doing that. I mean, there's just, unless you really delve into it and look at the transcripts and look, and you're not going to, you can't see, I don't know how people can get on and actually say, well, she did this and she didn't, you know? She didn't plan it. That morning, the boys woke her up. There was no fighting the whole time they were there. Even the boy whose house he was at, he even said so much. They weren't fighting. Rosie and Bubba both said they weren't fighting. There was no fighting. It wasn't, okay. My understanding is Mackenzie had her head on Dom's lap almost all night for when she was sleeping, okay. The boys got her up. They got in the car. My understanding is there's a grocer, or it was an organic, good food kind of, you know, local honey, you know, good stuff, you know, for you. And my daughter and Dom were eating healthy. So they have lockers outside. So if you buy, say, potatoes.
He is not about to blame this accident on the fact that they wanted to go pick up their Whole Foods order type thing. Is he kidding right now? Tone deaf. I couldn't agree more.
She'll put the potatoes in the locker, give you the number, and you can come by at any time and pick it up. It was a convenience for the customer. So it makes, now, I don't know if they were going there again for sure, because I don't know. But that would be on the route. That would be the quickest way to, and they had planned on making dinner that night or going to dinner or doing something. They were planning her birthday. They were not breaking up. For anyone to say they were breaking up, it is a lie. It is. There's no base. It's a baseless narrative from the prosecution. It's an absolute lie, and they were never going to break up, to my dismay, mind you. I would, every time they did break up, I was happy. I was like, oh, please. Mind you, again, Dom was a gentleman over here, and he was very respectful. He was respectful at any place we went. Okay, so I mean, I don't. But again, I knew. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a job. He had hundreds of dollars on him.
'Cause neither do you. Are you serious right now? He's the tone deaf one, you guys. What did he just say? Wow. I am almost speechless. This man, this is unbelievable. Yes, I signed the petition. Everybody go sign the petition for Dom's sister. I don't know. Does anybody know where we could find the link for other people that want to sign it too?
All the time. We went to dinner and he fanned out, you know, more money.
You ask him, like, where'd you get that money?
I know what he was doing. It must have been good. I mean, he's got the whole high school and right next to him, you know. I'm not saying that to.
There were so many things wrong in what he just said, from he fanned it out and the guy asking, well, did you ask where he got that money? And he said, I knew. So right there, he tells us he knew. And then he tells us, oh my God, you guys, this is insane. Wow. You guys stick around, because in a couple of minutes when this part's over here, we're going to give out 5 Minds Behind True Crime memberships. So stick around for it.
Slandered Dominic. It is. It's just what it is. I don't know. Like I said, the lack of evidence and the lack of evidence that supports the judge's summation, there is none. They threw in at the last minute this, well, the cell tower pinged and you were there, so you were checking it out. Right. That's a leap. You're in the city, you're in Strongsville, in a cell tower in Strongsville, in an area that you're down all the time. Picks up your phone, and how do you leap from, okay, you're casing this spot out. That's from a judge. That's from a sitting judge of how many years? What, 15, 20 years or something like that? Yeah. She's been on the bench a long time, and that came out of her mouth. You case this place out. No.
Oh my God, now he's slandering the judge? What's happening right here? What's happening? Casey, what is he doing? what the actual happening is happening here? You guys, I need to find it. There's a document that shows the route of the party to Dom's house and then a route from the party down this road to Dom's house. And it is so, like, different. Dork, that's so funny. Truth, you're funny.
No, there's absolutely no. Now, if they had a picture of her doing it, and she's over there looking, and in one of her posts, she goes, I was checking out the crash site today. Oh, sure. Look, if you can prove to me she did it with intent, then she's right where she belongs.
That's where it comes down for me, is proving the intent. And it seems to me that the only way anybody could possibly do that in a situation is to get inside her mind, which we can never do. We can never know, which is why I think if it had gone to a jury of 12 people, one of those people...
She would have never got convicted. She'd be free today. She'd be going on with her life. But she'd be free. That's the truth. But to let you know, that her lawyer, when asked her about a jury or bench, she asked for a jury, and he talked her out of it.
What's the benefit of a bench trial over?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to ask Jim McDonald. I mean, he clearly knows the law better than me. Yeah. You know, I told her to get a jury trial. You're not going to get 12 people that are going to go along with this.
What's her best chance of getting out at this point?
We're at the state level. We knew the Cuyahoga County was going to be.
Wow, this is crazy.
That's just how Cuyahoga County is. You know, when we've talked about that a little bit.
You kind of have to be from Cuyahoga County to
understand. So we knew Cuyahoga County was going to railroad us, or what do you call roadblock us at every pass, and they did. You know, them changing the coroner's report from accidental to homicide was done illegally. They needed to go through a court hearing to have it done, and they didn't. The appellate court called them on it, and all they did was smack their hand.
Does anybody know if that's true? And if so, why did the appellate court call them on it and just give them a smack on the hand? I am curious, like, why? What is he talking about? Like, what is he even talking about? Hi, Hokey Pokey.
And if this had been any other trial, they'd be back at trial. That'd be a mistrial, or that would be a reason to go back to trial. But not in Cuyahoga County, because Nancy Margaret Russo is blah blah blah.
Good name.
We're still fighting the late.
Oh yeah, you were a day late.
A day late. My lawyer, or we had a public defender at first, and we talked to him for like a minute, and he ordered the transcripts from the.
In case you're just joining, welcome in, come on in, and if you're just joining, he's about to blame somebody else now.
The trial, because that's what you need, and the transcripts from the bind over. There's two different trials. One's at the juvenile level, one's the trial. Yeah. Well, when the new lawyers, Eric Nemechek, got a hold of it, all he had was the trial, so he put in for the bind over stuff, and the bind over stuff came a month later. So he thought he had a little more time, and it was a leap year. It's almost like again another perfect storm. But
and who was the person to rule that it was a day late?
When they put the brief into, because it goes back to Nancy.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought it was.
Isn't that crazy? It goes back to
you guys. I'm about to give out 5 Minds Behind True Crime memberships in a few minutes. Cuff you and Truth and Casey and all y'all. Go check out my comments. I can't.
The judge, who's already biased.
Yeah.
Okay, she's already biased. She's biased herself, and if anyone can't see that,
she doesn't want to overrule herself.
She's not going to overrule herself. I mean, that ego must. I don't know how she walks in and out of the room with that kind of ego. It's unfortunate that a sitting judge of that long ruled that way and acted that way. Maybe it makes sense why she didn't get reelected, or on the new seat she wanted. Maybe it makes sense why the Democratic Party didn't endorse her. We've heard that there's some investigation going on about her. Who knows? But a sitting judge that long on the bench can't decipher between fact and speculation. Yeah. She's either incompetent, dirty, or both. Sorry. But the thing that I really want to touch on, the prosecutor. Let's talk about Tim Troop. Tim Troop in the documentary. You hear him. He's on camera saying, well, we looked at everything. We turned everything over, and we looked at everything. So it's this.
Yeah.
What do you mean you looked at everything? What exactly did you look at? How do you go from, well, we looked at all this, so if it was none of this, it has to be this.
Yeah.
That's a jump. That's a, well,
I have an expert there saying that the slipper might not have caused the accelerator to stick, but that's one guy's opinion.
That slipper. I didn't even talk about the slipper.
If I see that in an accident scene where you've got the black box data showing that the accelerator was pushed
all the way
down,
to the floor,
and then there's a slipper stuck,
Yeah. Well.
Come on.
Yeah. Like I said, it's probably, what do you call it? Without a shadow of a doubt, it's a doubt.
Yes, it's called accountability.
It's a plausible, realistic doubt that judge should have taken into consideration. Then again, our lawyer should have done, her lawyer, and I'm going to come my lawyer, I would never have that guy as my lawyer. That's hindsight, by the way. But if he would have fought for her and brought some of this stuff up, I mean, in his defense, I'll go this way. He saw that there was nothing. They didn't have anything. And I think maybe that's what he's doing because it's the burden of proof is on the prosecution. So he doesn't really have to say anything. You have to prove it. And I don't believe, and if you listen to it, that prosecutor did not prove intent. But Tim Troop in the documentary says, I looked at everything and I couldn't figure it out. So it has to be this. It's almost like the wife dies in an accident in the house and they look at everything, but it's the husband. It's a jump. It's a jump. It's a lazy jump.
You guys, now it's a husband of a story that never happened. He literally is like trying to pass around blame to everyone but his child. Right? Hey, harlot, I knew you would be here before we were done.
It is a lazy.
And the detective. I don't know how that guy has his job. I don't know how he became a detective. That's my opinion. This is a lazy dude. He was in the bind over. He was on the stand, and the only time Mackenzie's lawyer was doing anything for her was when he was cross-examining him. And at some point, he goes to the detective and goes,
"Yeah, he's slandering the detective. I can't."
What do you think happened? And he stammers, "I don't know." And I wasn't in there because I was supposed to be a witness. And me and Jim argued back and forth.
I found the witness list. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. On the defense's witness list, it's the mom and 2 other people. He's not on the defense witness list. The reason I looked it up was because the mom, on one of the interviews that they do, her and the dad have like they ask a question. I think it was the crash documentary, and they asked the mom and dad a question at the same time, and they answer differently. And the mom says, I don't know if you guys caught this, but the mom tells everyone that the dad has anxiety and that's why he wasn't in there, because he couldn't handle it. They were her exact words. I have a good memory. She says he couldn't handle it, and he did not like that, which I actually don't blame him. I would have never said that. That was like so insensitive in my opinion.
I didn't like how Jim was talking and saying and doing stuff. So he kept me out of the room, so I didn't upset the cart, I guess. But if I'd have been in there, I would have shouted. Our lawyer should have turned to the judge, who's an O'Malley, who I think is a sister or a brother or a cousin to Mike O'Malley, and should have turned to that judge and said, "Motion to dismiss." How does the guy who's finding all this evidence, all this massive evidence, not speculation, evidence, not I think she did it. Oh, we believe she did it. Oh, I feel she did it. It's evidence. I don't know why he didn't turn to that judge and go, how does this guy who knows all this, who's the keeper of all the evidence, not know? So if this guy doesn't know,
That guy has doubt.
if this guy, the guy who's looking at it, doesn't know, if he doesn't know, how do you even charge somebody with any kind of thing? You don't know. You're guessing. You're making a guess. You watched CSI last night and you're making a call off of watching CSI a couple episodes.
Yeah.
This guy's he's a dangerous. This is a dangerous detective out of Strongsville. He's dangerous. Anybody, you get pulled over now in Strongsville speeding, it's attempted murder. That's the precedent they've set with this case.
How long do you think she'll be in jail?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you preparing for a long haul? Are you very hopeful?
I'm hopeful somebody with some common sense and can look at everything. I mean, not the minutia, not the screaming people online, but look at the evidence. This, A, B, C, D, whatever, and look and subjectively look at what was presented, and look and say, look, okay, you got some black box information. The car was going fast. You can't explain the car. You can't explain the speed. The video clearly shows the brakes going on, no matter what the expert says. It's funny that it broke there and it didn't break there, or there. So if that's a safety feature for a car, I've been 100 in a car. I don't remember my car braking for me when I was going over 100.
Okay, not only does this guy tell on himself all the time, because he definitely does that, I couldn't believe he was 69 either. I thought he was in his late 50s as well. So good for you, Steve. We all agree that you look younger than what you are, which is amazing given all the stress that this has brought on. The other thing, you guys, does anybody notice the flies that keep hitting him in the face as he's talking? He keeps swatting them away. I know that this is so controversial to some people, but he's literally getting swatted in the face every time he talks shit. I don't know. Just take notice.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is. You know, so I don't get it. And she didn't drive directly into that building. She drove into, mind you, it's apples to oranges here. You know, she hit that sign first, and that sign veered her into that building. You know, what would happen if she kept going straight? You know, I don't know. They'd be all dead. Who knows? I don't know. I know my daughter didn't do it on purpose. I know when my daughter lies. That was part of the documentary too. I gave a story where something happened at the school and blah blah blah. But I know when my daughter lies. It's my daughter. There's a twinkle in her eye. There's something I can tell when she's not being honest with me. She doesn't look at me. You know, it's my daughter. You know, and if that makes me a bad parent. You know, I'm not a bad parent. I did my best with my daughters. I try to teach them rather than punish them. This world's crazy, you know, and there's some crazy stuff that goes on. There's some crazy people in this world. So I was doing my best to teach her, and I picked my battles that I felt happened. How was I ever going to stop her from smoking marijuana? My daughter should have been charged with vehicular homicide.
How about you start by taking away the car? If you can't pass a test, you don't get to drive the car that I pay for and that I pay insurance on. How about we start with that one, Steve?
In juvie court, and it should never left. The juvenile judge took out the aggravated murder thing for the same reason I'm saying they should have never charged her because there's no intent, there's no prior calculation, there's no purpose. It's not there. And again, Tim Troop can get up there and, you know, and dum dum dum, Tim Troop, you know, she did this and I feel this. It's not evidence. He can feel all he wants. It's not evidence. And I think he did it's a complete injustice to my daughter. And this has nothing to do with the boys. It's again tragic that those boys died, and she has some responsibility to it. But what that is, nobody is ever going to know, and because nobody was in that car, and there's no evidence, and there's no story, there's no paper, there's no note, there's no video.
But there is, and she got convicted. What?
My daughter and the remorse. That's another thing that's huge. I sat with my daughter for 3 months in that room.
Did anybody take notice that was an edit? I'm going to go back a second. Wait, or is it not? Did I just pause it there? Hold on, let's see.
No evidence, and there's no story, there's no paper, there's no note, there's no video. My daughter and the remorse. That's another thing.
That was an edit. I don't know what he cut out, but that was an edit. Hey, Birdie, welcome in. Come on in, you guys. I'm about to give out 5 Minds Behind True Crime memberships in a few minutes. Hey, Tracy. Can you guys do me a favor and hit the like so that more people know that we're live? I would so appreciate you. We have more people, way more people than we do likes. That would just help me out so very much.
That's huge. I sat with my daughter for 3 months in that room right there. 3 months. Watching her watch every video, every song, every picture about that boy. There was a shrine to him in that room. Shrine. Cried herself to sleep every night. I know the trolls are going, God, she should cry herself to sleep. She has remorse. Yeah. She was upset. If you would have heard her when she found out that Don died, if you would have heard the sound that came out of her, it would have crushed you. She was 17. She's a dumb kid. She wasn't breaking up. She didn't do it on purpose. And I've asked her, did you do this on purpose? And she's going, no. And I would think if my daughter was that mad at that boy, to want to kill him that way, Davion would have never been in the car.
Right.
That makes no sense. If she was going to do that to Dom, there were guns all over that kid's house. Okay?
Where'd the guns come from?
He bought them. I don't know. The reason I know he has guns, because something was going on over there, and he took all the guns and threw them in my daughter's trunk. And I went into my daughter's trunk to get something, and in the trunk there was 10, 15 guns. Half of them were loaded.
I thought they were all legal. Am I wrong? I thought they were all traced back to like the right people, and what did he say to, like, what did he call Davion? What did I miss? Did he say like Devon or something? I hate when people do that. It's annoying. He just called him Damien. Did he really? Did he just call him Damien?
There were guns all over the kid's house.
Wait, let's go back a little.
You know, every song, every picture about that boy. there was a shrine going in my room. A shrine. Cried herself to sleep every night. I know the trolls are going, God, she should cry herself to sleep. She has remorse. Yeah. She was upset. If you would have heard her when she found out that Dom died, if you would have heard the sound that came out of her, it would have crushed you. She was 17. She's a dumb kid. She wasn't breaking up. She didn't do it on purpose. And I've asked her, did you do this on purpose? And she's going, no. And I would think if my daughter was that mad at that boy, to want to kill him that way, Davion would have never been in the car.
Right.
That makes no sense. If she was going to do that,
maybe he said it earlier. I think he said Davion that time, but the way he said it was fast. But either way, I mean, the fact that he is. Lori says he's the weakest link in the Shirilla family. I'm dead. Stop. That boy. You're right. He did. Tracy, he said that boy. He did say that. Casey, I missed the GUN's part. Right? You guys, is he not horrible here?
Dom, there were guns all over that kid's house. Okay?
Where the guns come from?
He bought them. I don't know. The reason I know he has guns, because something was going on over there, and he took all the guns and threw them in my daughter's trunk. And I went into my daughter's trunk to get something, and in the trunk there was 10, 15 guns. Half of them were loaded. I had to.
Oh my God.
So that's how I know he has guns. If she was going to kill him, that would make more sense to me. But
and you don't involve an innocent.
Mm-hmm. So that makes no sense there. Something happened in that car. No one's ever going to know. She's innocent of the charges they put upon her. Again, should have been juvenile, vehicular homicide, 2 counts, and we would have went from there. She probably have done some jail time.
Right. Probably be out by now.
Be out by now, or have been whatever.
How do you keep in contact?
I would have loved if this interviewer would have asked Steve if it was reversed and Dom was the one on trial for Mackenzie's death, if he would feel the same way, if he would feel that Dom should be off and that Dom shouldn't go to jail. Do you see what I mean? Or Davion, either one. But like, in other words, if his daughter would have died, would he still be talking like this? And the thing about her being a juvenile, you guys, it was like 2 days before her 18th birthday. That's just ridiculous. My friend that was murdered, right? The one guy was 15 years old, and he was even tried as an adult. And if anybody shouldn't have been, maybe, you know what I mean, in that case, 15's real young, but a day or two before your 18th birthday, if anything, you know, I don't know. I have a whole opinion about what I think happened, and I'll tell you as soon as this is over, and then I'll give out the 5 memberships before we end.
We can see her twice a month. We visit. It's about a 3 or 3.5 hour visit. But again, it's only twice. My wife is able to talk to her pretty much every day. Again, sorry to the people out there. It's our daughter. I love my daughter. I'm never going to stop fighting for her. Yeah. I believe she was falsely charged. Well, no one's ever going to be able to convince me unless you can put the evidence in front of me.
Would you ever do another
documentary?
You're
probably close to. I'm going to get to being a documentary. I'm upset. I'm very disappointed in what they put out there.
Did you say anything?
Yes, we talked to them last week, and I blew my lid on them. You know, yeah. They did us dirty. I don't think they were very honest with us. I think they tried.
What did they say in defense?
Well, they were saying, we were trying to be unbiased and get both sides, and I don't really think they gave my daughters a fair shake at both sides. I think they sensationalized, especially with the comment about talking about my daughter, knowing my daughter's lying thing. It had nothing to do with why she's in jail. So.
Are you looking for a job?
I don't know if I have a job yet. I'm guessing that I'm not going to. My contract's up in June, so I would hope that they'll pay me through June. They're doing some sort of investigation. I don't know how much more investigating they have to do. I know
Is this a direct result of the documentary?
I believe it's a documentary. Yes, I believe it's from it. Clearly, a bunch of crazies from Parma calling into the diocese is more factual to them than talking.
Okay, just in case you don't know, the diocese, you guys, is the Catholic, like the people that overrun a Catholic church. He says that they're still investigating, and I do agree with him here. What else do they have to investigate? He either said it or he didn't, right? Hi, Tara. So, yes, please help the families enact Don and Davion's law. Where do we get the link, you guys? Where do we get the link?
This could have been over in a conversation, Did you say it? I'm like, you heard me say it. Well, what did you mean by that? I go, well, we were talking about. I didn't care. I don't care It's none of my business what anybody does. I didn't care that my daughter smoked marijuana. I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with my judgment. That has nothing to do. Marijuana is now legal, and but it has nothing to do with my art teaching. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with my kids. I don't walk into my room and go, okay, today we're going to paint a painting, and you should all do marijuana. I'm not doing.
Okay, although I actually agree that whatever. Wait, what did I just agree on? Hold on, I don't want to. It was something I was exactly going to say. Let me rephrase that.
Legal, and but it has nothing to do with my art teaching. It has.
That's what I was going to say. So actually saying that, actually thinking, in my opinion, whether he thinks it's a big deal or not, right, in real life, the bad judgment, in my opinion, comes from him not realizing that as a Catholic, well, as any teacher, whether he's a Catholic school teacher or whatever teacher he is, but as a teacher of minors, that it was bad judgment for him to tell everyone in a documentary. I understand that they interview you for hours and that they only put, the edited parts up. However, you also have to know that they're going to take the parts that they believe are, things that are going to get people's attention. He had to know that that would be one of them, in my opinion. Tell me what you think in the chat.
Nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with my kids. I don't walk into my room and go, okay, today we're going to paint a painting, and you should all do marijuana. I'm not doing that. That's got to be the biggest knee-jerk overreaction that you could ever imagine. I don't know why the school is not backing me up. That's to me, that's not very Catholic. Where's the compassion, the love, the understanding that they put out to everybody? They want you to be that way, but when it comes to them, what if I was a priest? Yeah. If I was a priest, they'd move me to another. So you could continue on. Okay, so mind you, I'm sorry the diocese acted that way. It's unfortunate. It's disappointing.
Okay, so you guys know how I feel about that part. I mean, he's not wrong with the priest thing, because we know what happened with my friend's story, my other friend. But I can't believe he just said that. Again, so now what? It's the priest's fault?
This is amazing!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Birdie. Birdie has been a member for 9 months. Wow. Thank you. Yes, he should have known his audience, and that's another thing. Not only should he... Thank you so much, Birdie. Not only should he have known his audience, you guys, but he talks about how not everybody, he says like people on social media talk, da-da-da-da-da. He had to have known that this was going to get plastered on all of the podcast.
It's disappointing how the documentary.
Thank you again, Birdie. I appreciate you.
Handled this. I think they gave the families a preview. Mm-hmm. They didn't offer us, which shouts loud now that they didn't want us to see it, because my understanding is that the Russos didn't like a part, so they had them take it out. So they had some control of the editing, which to me is it's unfortunate. This whole thing is unfortunate, and I believe my daughter has no idea what happened. She was so beat up. She had bruises all over her face. Those airbags going off. I don't know if you've ever seen an airbag deployment online. I watched a guy with a helmet get knocked out. It hit him so hard, it knocked him out, and that could have ended why the arteries were, So I don't know. I love my daughter, and I'm never going to stop. And I will go to my deathbed, knowing she did not do what the prosecution and this possibly incompetent on the take judge did to her.
All right, that's the interview.
Lori, that's funny. Lori said if he wasn't already fired, he's fired now. Oh my God, that is such a good point. Right, you guys? If he wasn't fired, he probably is now. And again, just the fact that he feels entitled in a sense to say whatever he wants to say, that in itself is, alarming. Just so you guys know, Cuff You put the link to Dom and Davion's law into the chat, and also put it in our Discord, and she always drops the Discord in chat, so please go over there if you'd like to be a part of it. I appreciate all of you. There's 80 of you in chat right now. I am so blessed and feel so blessed. You have no idea. I appreciate every single one of you. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to keep my promise, and we are going to do 5 Mind Behind True Crime memberships, you guys. Everybody hit that like. We need more likes, you guys. Help me get up to, and also subscribes. Can you guys hit the subscribe for me? That also helps me. They're literally like 2 free ways that you could help creators. And if you guys notice, every time I use someone's video or a video clip or anything, oh my God, my name's Dr. McLeod, you guys. That's too funny. Oh God. Anyway, here we go. Let's do it. Ready? Oh wait, I think I do have a thing. Oh wait, let me show you. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Share. We're gonna do 5 memberships. Let's react real quick. Ready? Here goes the drums. I don't think they're the right drums. No, they're not. We need one of those things. Alright, let's cheer for it. Ready? Here we go. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send. Let's see who our newest members are.
This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Who else? It's gonna do it 3 more times. Who is it? Who is it? Who got our memberships? Let's see, you guys. It was welcome to the Minds Behind True Crime to Lori. Lori, congratulations. Written in the Stars got a membership. Congratulations. Kitty, congratulations. Eve Loves God's here and got a membership. And Conqueror Christy got a membership. Thank you guys so very much. Look at Birdie showing off with all her stickers. I love that. Yes, do it, girl. Get 'em, girl. Thank you guys so very much. That was so kind of you. I think what we do before we end the stream is we look at one more jailhouse. We started it with a jailhouse call. I think we end it with a jailhouse call. So I'm going to go to phone calls from prison. Okay, phone calls from prison. And we are going to pick, which one do we pick, you guys? Let's see. Oh, this one has a date on it. This one is August of, do we do this one? So we have August of 2023. Oh, one's about the appeal. Wait, let's see what else we have. She starts to talk about the crash in one of these. Oh, Birdie sent a gift. Birdie, thank you. Thank you for my jewels, Birdie. You guys, the jewels really do like get converted into I don't know if it's currency, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it does get converted somehow. So thank you guys so very, 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 very much. We have a call here about life after prison.
This is amazing.
Wow, Lynn Allen has been a member for 3 months. Lynn Allen, thank you. Oh my God, you guys. Look at that, 3 months, Lynn Allen. That is right, you guys. Please share if you also have them. Nice, Lynn. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Birdie. Okay, so let me just pick one of these instead of me trying to get everybody else to pick one, because you know what I mean? So let's see. This one is, let's do we do her plan after getting out of prison? After I just said I'm going to pick it. This one, she talks about hearing the cries. Oh, you guys, there's so many good ones. All right, let's do this one. All right. Oh, what's this? Let's click it. Oh my God, Lynn Allen. Yes, Lynn Allen. Lynn Allen, thank you for your super chat. Are you kidding me? Thank you. My heart's beating so fast. That was so very generous. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You guys have no idea how excited I am. Thank you. Let's listen to her plan for when she gets out of prison, you guys. So hold on, let me connect this. Oh, wait. No, don't go yet. I don't have to rewind that because it didn't. There we go. All right, hold on. Let me connect you guys. I'm like holding my chest because I'm about to have a heart attack. Thank you so much. Oof. I am so blessed, you guys. Lynn Allen, I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen. All right, you guys, let's listen to this. This is from Phone Calls from Prison. Everybody go over there. We just hit like because that's what you're supposed to do, is hit like and subscribe if you can. Let's listen.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what else Angela said. I was literally sitting there like, why are you lying?
Yeah, but it has to be paperback. Say it again.
I'm gonna tell you what Angela said because she was literally lying like so bad the whole time.
What?
She was like, Jim was saying like, it's clear that they're. Look, like I didn't live with them, but I lived with them. You know what I'm saying? Everyone keeps saying that.
Right.
That's what they said on the record. So it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's said on the record. Okay.
Keep your opinion out of it though, and just tell me what he said.
He was like, Kenzie got kicked out multiple times. Kenzie's mom always came to get her.
Wait, you have to stop. You have to stop because I don't know if I know this information.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't tell me anything. Not that I kind of got paraphrased anyway, but don't tell me anything.
Yeah, that's just like.
You have paperback?
That is fun.
The Sorcerer's Stone. Did you hear Daddy?
No.
Did you hear him say it?
What?
He said the Sorcerer's Stone.
I know. I always thought that was the name. I don't know any of the names of the books.
No, it's the Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer?
Yeah, there's
He said Sorcerer.
26 rooms on my pod.
What?
There's 26 rooms.
Wow.
So went from 10 to 26. But I don't think it's so. Yeah,你don't really believe like me.
Why?
It's really believe it's easier to see that.
Why does it look weird?
He's a really reason. He's not a pizza.
Oh, really?
Look up what a pod looks like on it looks like that. Like my pod looks like how it looks on Google. It looks just how I expected it.
Wait,
okay.
What did she just say, you guys? We have to figure this out. Not that we're going to figure this out right here in this live, but I am going to, like in my next free time, I said, I am going to put this on slow mode. If anybody is good at, I don't even need help with the translating it. I got that. It's literally getting down the Mizu R2D2 stuff that they say, and then I can translate it. So if anybody's good at that, or like you're really fast at typing, please, by all means, let me know so we can work on this.
Why?
We look easier to see that.
Why does it look weird?
He's a really reason. He's not the pizza.
Oh, really?
Look up what a pod looks like on it looks like that. Like my pod looks like how it looks on Google. Like it looks just how I like expected it.
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, there's just no. I don't know. It's just like
Why does it look weird?
He's a really reason. He's not the pizza.
Oh, really?
Look up what a pod looks like on it looks like that. Like my pod looks like how it looks on Google. Like
Wait, you were so right. Whoever just told me to slow it down, that it helps. I definitely think if I listen to this slow down, that I might be able to translate this, you guys. I'm going to have to look into that after the live. Pizod is pod. You're exactly right, Elsie. I is easy because you put the EZZ before the vowel, you guys. So if I was going to say like, it would be L-I-K-E, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put my video on. If I were going to say like, L-I-K-E, like, you would put E-Z-Z before the next, like, the vowel. And it's happened, like, I noticed that you get one E-Z-Z when, for each syllable. So like would be Lee's Ike. That would be like Lee's Ike. I is easy because you would say the I after. You wouldn't say easy. She says easy. Yes is Jesus. When it sounds like Jesus, you guys, when she says Jesus, she's saying yes. Okay? So Jesus is yes. Because you would do Y, ease, and then the ES. So it would be Jesus. So whenever she says what sounds like Jesus, she's saying yes. No would be Nizo. Nizo is no. Jail would be Giselle. So I just have to slow this down so I can listen.
Looks just how I like expected it. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, there's just no. Oh no, it's just like those chairs, like table looking thing, and then there's.
She doesn't like her pad. It looks weird. Her pad looks weird. Oh yeah. Well, hold on a second. I gotta tell Dave. The people look weird. Yeah.
So Isa is A. Isa is or A, however you're saying it in the thing. If I just looked at, okay, you said Leeside or Leesliked is lied or liked, absolutely. This says they bought her a jail iPod. I'm going to say that to you in their language. That would be these a, Bezot, Heezer, Isa, Giselle, IZ, Pizod. That's how you would say they bought her a jail iPod. Boom. So I could definitely do that. I just have to get the actual verbiage that they're saying there.
Anyway.
He's like, these are piece of either neither, we don't need Caesar, he's Kizo, is Caesar. Either neither, neither, Kizo, is like neither.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Caesar, is that maybe? He's like, we either you see everything. He's like, Caesar, he's
Yeah.
Either and either, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't help myself. We have to play that in slow motion, I think. But I won't do it to all of it. We'll just do it for this one. I feel like I was able to understand part of that. Let's hear it again.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
He's like, we.
Easer, Isa, easy. Okay, Easer would be her. Isa would be wait. This would take forever to do. He would something.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
He's like, we either you do see everything. He's like, see they, he they.
Yeah.
Easy and Easy, I don't know.
Easy is I.
Yeah. No.
Oh, Tracy, are you talking about when they say she killed us? Because if that's what you're talking about, I have a short where I just have that part clipped out where it says she killed us. And I hear it, but then I went to go get the original thing so I could hear like a longer portion of it again. And not only did I hear it again, but this time my daughter was listening with me. We had on headphones and we both looked at each other. You guys, my daughter and I both heard, she killed us. She killed us. She killed, like it gets louder. We heard it several times. It's so weird. Okay, so Alexa says, Weezard sounded like, so I think it's the word weird. It is. Weezard is weird. Good job, Alexa. We should do a live where we just try to interpret this.
Yeah, but make sure you tell everyone that came thank you for coming. So Miss Peggy, Yeah, and you can call me again?
I try to.
Oh, cool. After this one? Well, yeah, because she's the only one, so she doesn't have to, like, just share the phone. After this. Oh! Well, I'm excited about bringing you a book.
I'm excited about hopefully getting the fuck out of this shit.
And that.
But hell, I don't want to be here at all.
Yeah. I just wish I could speak with you privately. Holy crap, but I mean, I can anyway.
I'm about to ask for mental health too. Like, I need mental health.
Do they have that?
They probably say they have it, but they don't have it.
Right. Oh, God. Huh?
What's going on at the house?
Well, we just got home not too long ago ourselves. So Daddy's making some food.
What's my plan when I get home?
What?
You know, when I get home, this is my plan.
Okay.
So first, I'm staying with you.
All right, everybody, listen up. She's about to tell us her plan when she gets home. And Alexa, I think we do that. Maybe we do like a members only live. That way people, you know, just the people that want to join. I don't know. We'll see. But I like that idea.
You guys as long as possible, but while I stay with you guys, I'm gonna start saving that money.
Good.
And I'm gonna try to like move like out of Strongsville. Like I want to move like somewhere with a lot of land, and I'm gonna make a little house, but I'm gonna make it.
Of course you are. It's gonna be super cute.
I don't want a big house. I want like a little house that's nice on the inside, so I can have a lot of nice things, but I don't want a big ass house.
Yes. Amen. Yep. Like a little, something small, something comfy, something cute. Yes. Less is more.
I know.
Yep.
Oh, and also today they brought up like my stuff. Down south there, like, so Kenny has belongings there. Like this stuff.
Oh, they did?
So it's like known that I have. Mr. So was like, yeah.
Who said that?
I don't remember. I don't know if it's the prosecution or Jim, but.
So what did they say? What did she say?
All right, this is my last phone call, Mom. I gotta go back.
Okay. Okay. Wait, what did she say about your stuff?
She just said, yeah, she has like socks, like clothes, makeup, like she just listed hella shit, purses.
Okay. You feel better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
But I don't know if that means, I don't care if it's damaged. I don't care if they broke everything in it. I just want it because it's done.
Yeah.
That's all I want. It's done.
I know.
At least she gives Dom credit there, right? Because it's all Dom's. It is all Dom's. He paid for all of it. Which is another reason, in my opinion, it was probably easier for her parents to just let her do her thing, because he would pay for her stuff. I don't know what just happened or how long I was gone for. Let me see. Oh, it was only a second. Okay, sorry about that. See, I noticed right away. Yes, thank you guys for not hanging up on that. I'm heading out on date night. Webs of Deceit. I love that for you. Have a blast. I usually do that tomorrow night on Saturdays. Have so much fun, Webs of Deceit. Yes, Tracy, it was only for a second. It was so quick that I didn't even get a text from Ahmad, because I did it too. I literally saw it right away. Hello there, LZ. Here I am. I'm back. Okay, so let's finish this out, and then I'm gonna hang up, and then I'm going to feed my family, and then if everything goes normal, like a normal house does, let's see, maybe I come back with a members only, where it's totally chill, laid back, and like we try to figure out her and her mom's some of the messages, because there's so many that just dropped, and I think that would be a good time.
Did you ever get into that Instagram? account,
Oh, I didn't get
the O'Dime
to see
girl.
the message was.
Dang it! I've been a little preoccupied. I will set myself a reminder and I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, and then when you get into that account, will you change my Instagram username to that? Like, I need you to change.
Isn't it already?
No, I need you to log into the O'Dime girl account and then change.
Oh yeah, we need to look up O'Dime Girl because that was her username. I wonder if it still is.
Change that to like Baby Kush or some shit. Like, just change it to.
Oh, you want to make your main account O'Dime Girl?
O'Dime Girl, because I do not want my Instagram popping up.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it, Mom?
7:46.
Oh.
Okay. What's that?
I don't know. There's just a name. You have to
Have there been any alerts?
I don't know. I haven't seen no alert.
Good. I love you.
I love you so much, Mom.
Jade can't come tomorrow, but she'll be back on Thursday. And Jade is coming Thursday as well.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God, Jada woke Faith up at midnight, right after our last phone call.
Hold on. What did you say? Miss A? All right, nice to meet you. You got a deck of cards? Oh my goodness. Hey, good. How are you? Yeah.
What about cards?
What about what? I just asked for cards, but there's no cards. There's nothing. Except the Alcohol Anonymous book.
Oh God.
I'm about to read it though. I don't care.
Yeah, read. No, that's all. That's an amazing life-saving program for a lot of people. That is their Bible.
Yeah, I just look like it's a good book, but I like books that like keep my brain like.
Yep, I'll bring it.
I want like a book that like brings me into the world of the book.
Yep, I'll bring it for you. And were you chilly today?
Yeah, what's up?
LZ, are you like British? You said mum. I love when people say mum. My kids will sometimes like, I don't know if you guys remember Peppa Pig, but if you have kids that are between like, well, my kids are 17 or 18. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. 18, and Gianna's going to be 23 in July. That's bananas. But that was like a big thing. Like, actually it was a little bit after that. It wasn't really Gianna, it was more like Ava and on. But apparently, like, well, not apparently, I heard it, a bunch of American kids, like a big section, were talking like they were from Britain, but everybody said mum. So when I hear mum, I always like giggle in my head because I hear my daughters, they'll be like, Mommy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you want? Because I think it sounds cute.
Did you get a sweater though?
Oh no, because they said I couldn't have it. I have to get it tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, so I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. I can't wear it. I couldn't wear it today.
Why not today? Okay. That's sweet, baby. I love you so much.
I love you so much too. Tell everyone I said I love them.
Oh well, I will.
What'd you say?
Those free phone calls were nice. I was kind of hoping for them free phone calls.
They weren't gonna be free.
No, that's a good find on the phone though.
What'd you say?
That was a good find on that phone.
Oh yes, I was running that bitch yesterday. That one girl's like, how are you making so many phone calls? I'm like, girl, it's free. And she's like, oh my God, are you for real? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you get on the phone. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so the one girl I met yesterday, she was like, oh my God, she was so pretty. Like, she was like tan as fuck, like caramel.
Yeah.
She had blue fucking eyes, big ass, pretty lips, tiny as fuck. She was 28, and she had these braids, but her parts were hearts, and she was so pretty. Like, she was so pretty.
Oh.
I was like, you need to model like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't wait for this shit to be over with. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
I'm just glad you're in a room by your freaking self. One part of me was, that's me, yeah. One part of me wish you had a roommate.
I have a roommate, so I could not be alone all the time in my room with nothing to do.
I know, but then the other part, what if it was a wackadoo?
I don't care. They would make me laugh.
I mean, like a scary wackadoo.
I don't know. I kind of wish. I wouldn't care.
But that's the procedure, so you're probably just in this holding. Remember, you guys had that at UV, how they have to stay in the room for a certain amount of time before they can join the people?
Oh, no, it's just annoying. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. That's what you got to do, though.
So, doesn't it say that these are from August of 2023? Does that mean that she doesn't get to the adult prison until then? I guess that sounds about right.
So you read that, and I'll bring you a book tomorrow.
I'm about to ask the mental health when I get off the phone.
Do you want the Harry Potter book, or do you want the other one I was going to bring you? There's another author that's kind of like Christopher Moore.
Yeah, Mom, I don't care. Either one. I don't care.
Okay.
Yes,
Or
just
also
Pepper.
like mail a book here too, so I can get both. But yeah, if I can just bring it to you, I'll do it that way. Yeah, I'm saying if they say no, just mail me a book though. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to bring you the other author, like Christopher Moore, tomorrow, and I will mail you Harry Potter. Okay. I'll leave those books here when I leave, because like I feel bad that like they don't got shit. Yeah. Well, if you're allowed, if you were allowed, there would be books there. Yeah, there should be books here, but they ain't shit here. Right. That's what I'm kind of super surprised about. I gotta end it. I think you said I have to end the call. I gotta end the call. How long? How many minutes do I have left on the phone? Everybody's nice? Yeah, everyone on it so far is nice. How many minutes do I have left on the phone? Oh, we're at 15 minutes right now, so this is almost over. No, I'm at 15 minutes, about to hang up. Hey, Sue. Thank you. Thank you. I got books. What? Yes, I have 2 books. What now? Tell me. It's called Someday Maybe. I'm about to read. Oh, see. I'm about to go in my room and read all night. Thank you so much. Yes, you have a window. Yes, and I have a window. And you're safe. You have 1 minute left. All right, you have 1 minute left. And you got peanut butter and cookies. Yeah, remember, I'm gonna talk to you again tomorrow when I can, but I don't know how, like, when I'm gonna be, like, out of my room with everybody. That's why I can't schedule calls. I don't understand how that schedule thing works. Yeah, I don't know either. It don't make no sense to me, but... None. I love you so much, Mom. Baby, I love you so much. If you can, yeah, like I said, if you could try to keep out of here, that would be great, but... I know. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I love you, I love you, I love you. Tell Dad and Danny I said hello to all my friends. Oh, Daddy. Did you hear Daddy say he loves you? Did you hear him? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, I love him too, but... Oh, well. Do you have a toilet in your room? Yeah. Good. I can just go to the bathroom alone. I like that. Good. Yeah. Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
OMG, you guys. What the actual... Like, what? They are so weird. Okay, so LZ growing up, she always wished she was born in America, especially after I went to Florida when I was 10. So I think it would be much cooler if I was American, LOL. That's so funny. See, you always want what you can't have. Yes, this parenting is crazy, right? Yes, Cuff, you lives in Florida. Come for a visit. Yes. Florida is nice. There's some crazies there, but it's nice. There's crazies in Philadelphia too, so I'm not like talking shit. There's crazies in all of America, let's be honest. But we accept all of them here at the Minds Behind True Crime. I don't mind at all. Takes one to know one. So you guys, what are your plans for this weekend? Anything good? I hate to hang up having so many people in chat. At least that is for me. Can you guys do me a favor, and if you're not subscribed, could you hook me up and subscribe so that I could get to 6,000? I really want to get to 100,000, but you got to start somewhere, right? You know what I mean? And I'm working on something big this week in like my personal life, so I will be on as much as I can. Like maybe later we could do that, maybe like a members only or something, so I haven't really done one where we can look over and try to, you know, decode some of the messages. You just subscribed, just Pepper? Shut up. And so did Tracy. Thank you, you guys. You have no idea. You could ask anybody here. I am so appreciative. I can't even tell you. And I don't know if you guys want to. We need to have the plaque right behind you. Yes, Lynn. Yes, we do. But I also need to add my degrees, because it's annoying when people, like, not that I give a shit, because there's enough of you here that I could give a shit about haters, but there are haters out there. One in particular that says I cosplay as a doctor and that I only am a professor. As if that's like a big...
This is...
Come Cuff you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is amazing. This is amazing.
I love memberships. Thank you, Cuff you. I love you. All right, let's see. Wendy. Wendy got a membership. Wendy got a membership. So did Leslie. So did Leslie. Who else got one? Matthew got a membership. Regina got a membership. And Teresa. Yes. Cuff you. You are so generous. And I know that it's because we were going over YouTube stuff and you were like, oh well, you guys don't really make as much as I thought. I know that's what this is about, but don't feel bad. It's okay. I'd like to do this because I love coming here with you guys. And of course, if anybody ever wants to support the channel, I'm not going to say no. But just know that if anybody ever wants to be a part of our membership, it's $1.99, and I keep it that way. Even though I have more than 5,000 subscribers, they say like they give you could take like different YouTube type, they call it like the creator studio, but they say like you could up your stuff, and I'm not doing that. You know why? Because I want everyone to be able to be a part of our group if they want to. And those of you who've been here, so the new subscribers might not know this, but if you're here long enough, you know that if you really want to be a part of our membership that bad, the thing is, I can't, as a creator, I wish I could, but I can't just be like, oh, Tracy gets one, Just Pepper gets one. Like, it doesn't work that way. So it does it like as a random, which I actually think they used to do it where the people that were having the most conversation in the chat were the ones that usually got the memberships. Now I believe it's just randomized, and you don't even have to be on type thing to get it. You just have to be subscribed. I believe you do have to be subscribed. Yes. Yes, Curious Mind. I love that. Is there a setting you have to have one to be a gifted membership? Yes. So, and Harlot, I don't know. Harlot's probably still here. Hi, Janet. Yes, shallow and materialistic. That's an understatement, isn't it, right, you guys? But yeah, so Harlot is good at putting the directions there. However, just like an easy go-to, if you go next to where you're typing in the chat, right next to it, there's a happy face, then there's a gift, and then there's a money symbol. If you click on the money symbol, it'll say memberships. And you should be able to click on, and is it the money symbol or the gift? Hold on. No, it's the money symbol. And just so you guys know, you see the gift there? All of you were given points from YouTube for free. So if you click on the gift, if somebody really wanted to help, because they do get converted, I don't know exactly how, but they get converted. But everybody has, I think it's 1,000 free gems. So that's always a way that you can support creators as well. The other way is hyping videos, and you guys have really been nice to me with hyping videos. So I do appreciate you. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Anyway, real quick, how do jewels work? So Lynn, the fuck if I knew? Let me just be honest. I don't know. No, I'm joking. I really don't know, but with the gems and the jewels, hold on now, I'm coming. With the gems and the jewels, you guys, it's in the gift setting, and wait, I'm gonna click on it, and it says send a gift, and like you could send a flow state for 200 gems. Oh, could you guys do me a huge favor? Ava, could you let Ellie out?
I was right by, I could have scared the shit out of you up there, but
Bri, could you let Ellie out or something? You guys are the best, thank you. Okay, love you. You guys, my daughter's friend has a Tesla. No, you're good. He has a Tesla, and last week I was like, hey, George, will you do me a favor and open up your frunk so I can see if it's big enough to shove my daughter Gianna in, since she's 4'11" and weighs 100 pounds, like, you know. But she could fit, I think.
In what?
In his frunk.
Oh.
Go look and see if you think you could, especially now that you work with dead bodies.
Oh, okay.
If she was dead, right, I could squish her in that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but that weight's hard to move.
Dead weight's hard to move, says Ava.
Alright, I love you. you.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much for those jewels, Lori. I appreciate you. That is so, 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 so generous, you guys. But yes, you could send a gift via jewels. And I have $7.70 left because I don't know why. I think I sent them during Justin's live and DT and maybe Paula. I forget. But yeah. So, but I don't know how they work as far as currency wise. I think they're trying to do like what TikTok does. And with TikTok, they have the gems. And I believe they're giving you so many here so that you could get used to it. And then if you run out, you'd buy more is the idea. But I'm not, I have no expectations. Lynn Allen, thank you. Lynn Allen sent a flow state. I don't know what a flow state is, but I love it. It looks really cool. It's 200 jewels. I know that much, and I do appreciate you. Wow, you guys, Lori sent one. Lynn sent one. Yes, Thor, you guys, is being so good. I don't know what's happening. Thor, why are you being so good? He looks sad. He's just like sitting there with his paws up. Thor boy. Hi, buddy. Are you sad? What's the matter? I don't know if he's sad or tired. He's something. You don't do TikTok. So Tracy, this is what I've noticed. A lot of people in my generation, I don't know if you're in my generation, I'm 47, but a lot of people in my generation do not do TikTok, and for very good reason, right? Even I know that some of my, I know, doesn't he look so cute? I know. Oh, you didn't go say hi to, that's why he looks like that, you guys. I just said that Thor looks like he's guilty, like if there's something wrong. And he's literally been a lazy dog on the couch since Ryan got home. He never went and said hi to him yet. And Ryan was just down here, my husband. And now Thor's like back to licking his nuts again, so he's good. All right, Thor, enough with that. Go lick your nuts somewhere else. It did look cool, right, Birdie? That was awesome. Let's see. Yes, Truth is about 5 foot tall, and I told you, cuff you. Truth, I said so. I don't remember why. I think I was talking about how like you gotta watch little bitches. This is coming from someone that's 4'11", you guys. I ain't telling you my weight. It ain't 125 pounds. It's not that much more. It ain't 125 pounds. But I told you, cuff you. I was like, she's a little bitch. She's about 5. And I think my exact words after that was, it's always the little bitches with the big mouth. And that is Truth. Little bitch, big mouth. Truth, I'm just joking. I'm scared to death of you, so. I'm just joking. Truth would never hurt me, you guys. I don't think. Thor's like, pay attention to me again. I'm done licking my nuts. So what else is going on with you guys before I hang up real quick? Anything? Oh, I know what I was going to say, Tracy and Just Pepper. I'm sorry, you guys. ADHD's a mother. And it's like about that time where my medicine starts wearing off. But Tracy and Just Pepper, what I was going to say is, and I don't know your situation, but I tell people all the time, if for some reason you really wanted to be a part of our group or something, and, some people just like to look green on the chat, just, I don't know, makes them feel like part of a family, I would Venmo you the $2. And that would take money out of my pocket, right? Because we all know YouTube has to take their 30%, but I don't care because I want that badly for us to all feel like we're all welcome here. But I am going to, so look out for it. You're getting a certification in neuropsychology. Get out. No shit, I look a squirrel. I love that for you. I love, love, love that. True says, no, I'm just talking about how much a torso would weigh on a chick. Wait, a torso would weigh? Oh, I thought you said a torso would weigh 125 pounds. I was going to say, that's a lot, isn't it? Isn't the human head about 8 pounds? I learned that from Jerry Maguire. I always feel so welcome, and thank you all. Lynn, I can't with you today. Thank you, Lynn. You're amazing. You guys just know that the more whatever I am, the more I care. So when I'm like, Lynn, shut up, I don't really mean shut up, I mean I love you. It's an Italian from Philly thing, I think. Like, your baby, you'll have like a 2-week-old, and you go to South Philly and you want them to be like, I'll bite this little motherfucker's face off, he's so cute. And you're like, oh, they think he's so cute, oh my God. They'll be like, I want to smash his little face. And you're like, oh, they think he's great. It's the weirdest thing. So, that's how it goes here. Yes, it is a great crowd here. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you to my mods, especially because I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Thank you to my members and all the subscribers. When is my next show? Well, Lori, for you, since you are a member, look out for it. I'm going to try to go cook real quick so that everybody's like happy here because they're full. Meaning my husband. You know what I mean? And then maybe he'll go to bed because he worked really hard this week. We hang out on Saturday. So if that happens and plans out the way that I'm expecting, I might come back and do a members only live for the first time in a minute. So make sure you guys look out for those members only. And if I do, it's going to be, let me just be honest, it would be like I'm not trying to prepare a big PowerPoint slide, let me be honest tonight. So it would be more of a Just Jamie type thing. And we would do, oh, Birdie said I look pretty. Shut up, Birdie. Thank you. I love that. You're the best. But anyway, you guys can help me decipher what the frig they're saying. And maybe I can be more myself as far as like cursing a little bit. I do really good when I'm here, just so you know. You missed the whole in life. Ugh. Glenn, it's okay. You could be the replay. And you were here when we first started. Lynn says that would be awesome, Just Jamie. Yes, you guys. All right, so look out for Just Jamie later. And if you're not a member, it's $1.99. And again, if you really, really need it or want it to be there, I will Venmo you the $1.99 for you to be a part of it. But other than that, you guys, you have an amazing weekend. Usually on Saturdays, I hang out with Ryan, my husband. And then Sundays, they go up and down. Sometimes it's, oh, and Eva has a game tomorrow, so. And then Sunday, sometimes like family stuff, but I usually can get on sometimes Sunday or Monday. So I will, if you don't see me tonight, if you're not in the members only, look out for me Sunday or Monday. I'm busy, you guys. But I love you all, and I appreciate you. And if you're a person that prays, this Thursday coming up, I have a big interview. But I'm not going to say where, with who, or what job, only because, one, I don't want to jinx myself, and number two, I don't want to ruin it for myself. There's always somebody out there that wants to ruin it for you. So let's not do that. Let me at least, see if I can get the job first. But if you're a praying person, I could use your prayers more than anything else. Because I have student loans, and I have 2 kids in college. Well, Eva's about to be in college. She did get a big scholarship, though. But anyway, that's not the point. I still have to come up with like 5,000 of it. So this would just be very helpful. And it would probably give me just as much time. Consider it done, says Alexa. Alexa, you have no idea. Thank you. You have no idea. Thank you, Lori. Yes, you guys. But this is the thing, like these jobs in higher education, it's like so political as far as like, it's like who you know type thing. And I was one of like the Pell Grant recipients, if that says anything. If you guys have ever gotten a Pell Grant, you know the Pell Grant recipients. Well, I was one of them. That's how low income we're talking. But I'm trying, like I pulled myself up from my bootstraps. So this would just come full circle, and I would love it. And it would, if anything, because I was thinking maybe it would like give me less time, it would give me more money, which would mean that I would start to be able to put into my own YouTube. So Cuff You, watch out. Meanwhile, Cuff You will get back her money that she puts into this, like today, right? Thank you so much, you guys. I do appreciate you. Real quick, let me just say a special thank you to, oh my gosh, there's so many. Cuff You, Cuff You, Cuff You, Cuff You, Cuff You, thank you, I love you. Birdie, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lynn, thank you, Lynn. Lynn again, Lynn, thank you, and Cuff You again. Wow. Lori with the jewels. Lynn sent me jewels. They now added the jewels to this. So you guys, you can, I could go to like fan funding, it's called, and it's like another page where I could just see who, that way in case somebody doesn't miss a super chat and stuff, because that's rude, right? So up until today, I hadn't seen them add the jewels. So the other day, I got a lot of people like donated jewels, and I had to like scroll through to say thank you again at the end, because they weren't putting it on the fan funding page, but now it's there. So thank you to the jewel givers as well. I appreciate you. So you guys, I'm going to end it there, and which were Lori and Lynn Allen. Thank you. I'm going to end it there. Thank you to all the people that got a membership tonight. I'm so excited for you to be a part of our dysfunctional family. I say dysfunctional because we put the fun in dysfunction. And I'll see you tonight if you're a member, maybe, right? Fingers crossed, you guys. What should I make? Chicken cutlets? They're not like the shortest thing to make time-wise, but I could go for a chicken cutlet. And I make them really good. You guys make good chicken cutlets? Do you use panko? I use panko. I make good-ass chicken cutlets. And I'm going to give you guys the last few people that are still on my trick. And like, you have to be like dead to get my trick type thing. Like me, like I'd have to be dead to like pass it on. But I'll give it to you anyway. You have to put a little bit of butter in the oil. And I don't use olive oil. I use vegetable oil. And I get my chicken cutlets. They have to be thinly sliced. And I put them in, I'm giving away all my tricks. I put them in the flour. Then I put them in egg, like the scrambled egg wash thingy. And then I put it in panko. And I fry it in oil with a little bit of butter in it. And then put salt. Delish, you guys, delicious. I think I'm going to go make that now. But I'll be back. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. You're the best. Good night, everyone. Or maybe so long, as my grandma would say. Maybe I'll see you later.